Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Humblewood adventure titled The Heart of Dakko. This is the second of 2 sessions that we're playing here at Alberon RPG, set in the Humblewood setting. Just as a reminder, Humblewood is a really good setting for D&D 5th edition. It's created by Hit Point Press. It's available on their website, hitpointpress.com, and also on D&D Beyond. Little bit of housekeeping. You can find all things Alberon RPG on our website, alberonrpg.com. We also have a YouTube channel, Instagram, all the socials. Come find us, follow us. Our TikTok currently has 0 followers, so I stopped maintaining it. But if you follow, I'll start maintaining it again.
Don't Instagram.
We're also big thanks to Sirenscape, Digital Soundscapes for your games, birthday parties, museum trips with very good sound effects such as, let's see, this one's called the Half Dragon. What does that sound like?
But it's a half dragon!
Because it stops halfway.
Number 15 of our museum guide.
If you want to be surprised by the Half Dragon, go ahead and use it. I suppose I should introduce everybody. My name is Hannah. I'm the game master. With me are my friends Matt, Vincent, Cara, Emily, and Joe.
How's it feel?
It's hard, right?
Not awesome. I gotta be honest, but at least I remembered everybody's name. All right. In with that, let's begin. When last we left our heroes, you, a group of Tanglewood guides and other sort of folks associated with the Tanglewild, interns, traveling salesmen, etc. You met a famous group of adventurers, the Companions of the Blue Rose, who, around a fire, boasted of delving into the dangerous lower levels of the Temple of Naba and returning with an artifact known as the Heart of Dakko. You learn that the Companions plan to sell the object to a museum, but the elderly scholar Caspian warned you that it must return to the temple or there would be grave consequences. You knew that the leader of the Companions, Nadia Dar, cared little about what function the heart might have, so, in speaking with Caspian, you agreed to steal the heart and return it to its rightful place in the temple. The heart was being kept in a cabin guarded by 2 of Nadia's tree warden soldiers. While Suzo, Jerby, and Sir Orius While Jerby and Sir Orius distracted the guards, Suzo and Percy expertly snuck into the cabin and retrieved the heart, while Mumu clanked around in the woods. As you exited the camp, the alarm was raised, and, dodging crossbow bolts with the help of Mumu's darkness spell, you escaped into the dense jungle. After fighting several panther bat creatures known as Philiad stalkers, you arrived at a rope bridge over a rushing river with the temple not far off on the other side. Nadia and her companions caught up to you as you crossed, but an expertly placed sleet storm from Jerby kept them at bay as you successfully reached the other side and cut the bridge, leaving the companions to find another way to cross. Now you have arrived at the door of the Temple of Naba, and as Suzo crosses the threshold, that's where we'll resume.
I'm Suzo.
You are Suzo. So Suzo, as you step inside, you find yourself in a corridor, and a series of sconces that are mounted on the walls have begun to grow with a glow with a dim red light. And in front of you, you can see a mosaic. Is anybody else following in?
At a distance, like 10, 15 feet back.
Okay, well, there's like a little corridor about 15 feet, and then it kind of opens up to a hallway that is 5 feet wide.
Well, it looks kind of dark in there.
It is, there are dim red lights illuminating the area, so it's not fully dark.
Yeah, but red is the scariest color.
Before we go in, can we whisper, Suzo, look for traps. Tell us what you see.
And I am still singing my brave song. Holding the thing, and I'm just trying not to drop it. Mm-hmm. And I'm also trying to be brave. So,
which thing are you holding?
The heart.
The heart of Dakko.
Oh,
So
I have
you
the
took it
heart.
from Mumu?
I have the heart. Did you want the heart?
I thought you passed it to me.
No, I gave you guidance,
Oh, never mind.
which is a spell to help
I
if you
thought
were
I
to
was
do
You
something.
can ask him for it if you want,
No,
but you currently
no,
don't have
I'm
it.
in the lead.
You're
I'm
holding
just
guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
holding guidance in my
You're
heart.
glowing with the light of Mumu's
You don't
guidance.
know that you need to hold it, but you are.
Okay, but I'm gonna. Can I sing a song for help?
You don't really
Well,
need
what
to
are
right
you
now.
doing? Are you checking for traps?
I guess I'll check for traps.
All right, make an investigation or perception check, your choice.
Do you need extra light?
Investigation. And I don't think so. I think we have dark vision. I think. Let me double check that.
I'm a pigeon. I don't have that.
I think as cats, you.
I think that's an assumption that I'm making.
I just know
Well,
where it's
rats,
be.
you don't
As
have
I know
yeah,
that. Yeah.
but as a lizard,
in the cave,
I have
brave
dark
in the
vision,
cave,
so it'd
brave,
be weird
I'm brave
if
in
cats
the cave,
didn't.
brave in the cave, brave.
Percy?
I'm
Yeah,
brave in the
let's see
motherfucking
what
in the cave.
I don't think
your
they do.
brave
light
Really?
motherfucking
Yeah,
Class
cats don't
spell
have
has
great
taught
like
you to do?
vision in
Well, I
general.
don't
Oh no,
like
dark
to
vision.
give
There we
light
go.
So go ahead and roll your
Either
check
light.
if you're looking for traps.
Yeah, so roll
Brave
one
in
of
the
those.
cave, brave in
And
the
then
cave,
roll a
brave,
d4 and add it to it.
Yeah, cats see a lot of blurs,
brave,
but they can see a lot
Okay.
of blurs in the
Not a
dark.
good start.
brave in the cave, brave in the cave, brave. I'm brave in the motherfucking in the cave, brave.
Nice. You could have doubled it on that D4, but you didn't.
So what's the total?
Hate that.
3.
You don't see any traps.
Do you see anything, Suzo?
I'm being brave. I don't see anything.
It must be safe then, right?
I'm gonna look at Mumu, and you can see like the hair on my back, through like the armor and everything, and I'm just going to say, it doesn't mean much, but we must go, and I'll go in.
Does everyone follow?
Could I just change the colors of the lights? Red is scary.
And what would you do to make that happen?
I'm asking for permission.
You have permission.
Color spray and
That would be dancing lights.
And what color are your dancing lights?
There's going to be a couple different colors. There's a light blue, a nice little teal, a yellow, and a pink.
Okay, so diffusing the red light, making it a little less scary. And now that you're all inside, you can see a mural directly in front of you. So you're in a hallway 5 feet wide. Directly in front of you is a mural. To the left, you can see a pile of rubble. There's a ramp there, but it appears to be collapsed. And to the right, you see a ramp heading into the temple proper.
Is it like a ramp up or down?
It's down.
Down.
I cast guidance on myself and I inspect the mural.
All right.
Percy arranges the lights around the mural so it's more visible.
Okay, go
Percy,
ahead and
Percy.
make a history check.
I'm trying to remember what drunk Nadia had said at
Ooh.
the very beginning about what they went through.
You didn't ask her really any questions about what they found.
No, but she said she explained it. She's like, we went past this and then that, and then went all the way down to the 4th level.
They told you, so since, we'll resolve that in a second. Derby is thinking back to what you learned from the song about their exploits, and you remember they told you a lot about how they got to the temple, but once they got to the temple, all they really told you was that they went through traps.
And got to the 4th level.
Through all 4 levels, yep. And nobody really asked any more questions than that.
Nice.
But that's okay.
She's drunk.
We got all the
All right,
information we
so
need.
Reliable narrative.
as Mumu inspects the mural, you can see that it depicts ancient Elurans kind of in robes, and they look like sages. And you can see them sort of arrayed around a shape that looks like the heart, and it's sort of hovering in the air. But it's very, very large compared to the Elurans depicted in the mural. And with that history check, you can sort of intuit from this that the Elurans were once the temple's caretakers before it fell into disrepair. And that is what you learn from the mural.
I relay that to the group.
This would make sense.
Is there anything puzzle-ish about the mural that Percy can see from the lights? Is there a button to push somewhere in there?
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Are there any signs of travel along any of the routes that would indicate the one that
I
the
cast guidance
Rose
on you as
companions
you
went?
then
Investigation check.
look for trap
Dirty
things.
20.
All right. So you inspect the mural. It really does just look like a mural. You run your little wings over the sort of surface of it. There's no buttons. There's no cracks. It really does just seem to be a piece of art.
I think this is just the information kiosk.
13.
What's a
13. All right. Well,
Going
you look at the floor.
forward.
It looks like a floor. You don't really see any indication of where
You know how
anyone might
there's
have
that little
traveled on
cabin
it.
when you first go up to the Tanglewilds area, and people give out maps and information to travelers?
I love information.
That's the information kiosk. Yeah.
I would like to inspect the left ruined stairway.
Okay, so to the left, you see this kind of ramp leading upward, but the ceiling above it has collapsed, and so there's a ton of debris, large stones covering the ramp. You're getting ready to roll. So what are you looking to learn about it?
Wait, before you do that, weren't you inspecting the door first? Did you do that?
No, I was just
There's no
inspecting
door.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
inspected the mirror. It told us
So
about the
while
history.
that's happening, can I just use my acrobatics and go up what he was the damaged one?
The left ramp?
Yep.
Sure. So as Mumu is inspecting it, Mumu, make a survival or investigation check, your choice.
21.
21. Okay, so the ramp is really blocked off, like properly blocked off. You don't see any ways to get through. It would take like a whole team of excavators to be able to get up this ramp and into the upper levels of the temple. Suzo, perhaps, do you communicate this?
Yes.
Okay.
We should try the path that's unblocked. You might have more success.
Or if you
Now,
wish,
Suzo, if you want, you can make a check to try to get through, but this is what you learned.
I
from it.
have
Pause.
something
I'm
that
like,
could assist us
I guess-
getting upstairs.
Okay, I'll
If
go
you desire.
this way. This way.
And here,
Go.
look, this might help. I cast guidance.
Suzo goes acrobatically.
Glad I got
So
Suzo before they
you
went.
tumble gracefully, acrobatically, handsprings and wolf turns, and we've been watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
And as you do, would you like to see the space that you have?
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Bring out
Suzo
the visual
leading the way.
perspective.
Here's combat camera. The edges of this might be a little.
I was just moving everything out of the way.
You all are entering in there. Yep. So you can see. So that's the hallway you entered in. The mural is directly in
ramp
front
that
of
goes
you,
up.
and yes, the ramp that Matt was just pointing at
Just
is
cast
the.
guidance.
So this is the one that's blocked.
That one's completely blocked off, and the ramp goes up. So you imagine that leads to the upper levels of the temple.
Oh, okay, I got you.
This is the mirror right here.
Yeah. So that way is the way. So
Percy's probably next to Mumu looking at the mural.
you were following, right? So I'm right here,
And Percy and Jerby.
right here. I got Jerby right there.
Okay, pass me that. Thank you.
These are tiny little maps. The temple is feeling smaller. These lower levels are feeling maybe a little smaller than you thought they would, considering how big the temple is.
It's very
proper.
cozy in here.
It's cozy. All right, Suzo, are you rounding the corner?
I'm brave in the cave. I'm brave in the cave.
Remember what Sir Orius said. Check for traps.
Checking. Gotta check for traps. Checking the traps.
And so as you round the corner, checking for traps, would you like to roll another investigation check?
Yeah. Oh, me? Yes.
Yeah.
Get them traps.
Are you going to Percy?
Yeah.
And roll the d4 and add it to it. That's what the guidance says. It lets you add the
Very
d4 to
nice.
any skill check.
So that with a -1 to investigation, that still gives you 19.
Very nice. Okay, you do not find any traps.
Oh yeah.
Can I have the pointer? Do you have it over there? The laser
do.
pointer?
I
pointing.
don't smell any traps, friends.
Okay.
Is that how traps work? Do you spell them?
As you round the corner. Yeah, they smell like cinnamon. That's how you know.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's out of the DMG. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. So as you round the corner, you come to see a kind of a landing. It's a room that is 30 feet wide and 55 feet long. And you can see across from where you are, there's another hallway that disappears. You, the players, can see where it goes, but your characters cannot.
Gotcha.
You see...
Are these like stone jars or platforms?
These are platforms, and so you can see. Oh, they're there. They're pedestals. Sorry, they were further down in my notes. So you can see 4 pedestals arrayed in front of you, and then this kind of semicircle here. Those are steps down, and the rest of this here just looks like one floor. Again, players maybe can see slightly more information than
Still
y'all can.
blood on the floor.
Papa, can I climb?
You can certainly see the blood. on the
Percy wants to like bluster through, knowing that there are no traps.
Okay.
Because Suzo said so, and check the pedestals and just like look for little magical activation sigils and whatnot.
Okay.
Do not touch anything. There is blood.
I'm looking.
Right. So as you kind of come onto this landing, Percy will have you check out the pedestals in a minute, but you also notice that there are these 4 little alcoves here, and each of them has a statue in it. And the statues seem like they're mostly intact.
What are they?
Fire, earth, wind.
Would you like to inspect them?
4 elements.
So let's have Percy's inspecting the pedestals, and then Suzo will... Yes?
Sorry, finish what you're saying.
Percy will go first to inspect the pedestals, and then Suzo will inspect the statues. Anyone who likes to can help. Yes?
He was saying, what were you saying?
Oh, it's water, fire, earth, wind.
And heart!
The 5th element.
Joke completed.
Very good. All right. So Jerby noticed water, fire, earth, and air. Oreo, as you inspect the statues, no check needed. You can. These appear to be statues in the ancient eluran style that depict those 4 elements.
Any friends?
Are they friends?
Do they look like friends?
They're statues.
Can you...
They're not animals. They're of like a
in my
vortex,
mind.
a mountain,
friends
a
with
flame, and a
statues.
wave.
In my mind, it was like a cat like cleaning itself, and that was the liquid one. It was like,
Are the pedestals the same?
yeah.
Those are different
So,
colors.
Percy, I'm sorry, I said you were first and then I skipped you. So as you're inspecting the pedestals, from here over, this one is made of coral, this one is made of obsidian, this one is slate, and this one is opal. And if you like, you can make a history check to see what you can sort of intuit about these.
I put coral in my
Arcana or
mouth. It
nature
tastes like the
checks?
ocean.
Excuse me?
No Arcana or nature checks?
You can make a nature check if you like, but it would tell you what is already obvious, which is the nature of the stone. You can make an Arcana check if you prefer,
If I see...
I can.
if you want.
I've put that rock, and I point to the coral. I say I put that in my mouth before, and it tastes like the ocean.
Percy pulls out his accidentally stolen textbook and like pages through things and like tries to match things up. And that will be a 19 for Arcana.
Okay. You inspect the statues, and they don't appear to be magical in nature. They are just pedestals. But for free, I'll tell you, as you are inspecting them further to figure this out, you notice that the tops of the pedestals do seem to have like divots carved into them, and it seems like something could fit there.
Guys, it seems like something could fit here.
And then Percy goes through what the materials are.
And that was coral slate.
Coral, obsidian, slate, and
Coral, obsidian, slate, and opal.
Water, fire.
Well, they weren't what they were specifically. What were the shapes? They were a drop. They were.
You've got a, so as Jerby pointed them out, so the one that Jerby identified as water
Wave.
is a vortex.
A vortex.
We've got a mountain for earth.
Oh.
We've got a flame
That's
for
this
fire and a wave for water. Oh, did
That's
you have
this
them
way.
backwards?
This is the vortex for wind. You said this is the vortex for water.
My mistake.
So wind,
Wave.
mountain, fire, water.
Yeah.
Sir Orius?
Do the
Yes.
Can you lift the statues?
Would you like to try?
Yeah.
Which one are you lifting?
I'm gonna heft up the water one.
The wizard is gonna
You are
heft
holding
up.
a statue of water.
Okay.
So for what I could see, we can either maybe match them based on the color of the pedestal or the material. What do we think? Oh, Derby,
Yes.
what'd you do?
Put the water one on the coral.
Oh, I guess material it is.
And as you do that, you hear a very satisfying click.
And then I go and do the next one, the fire to the obsidian. And then I work
Percy
my-
rushes over and grabs the
satisfying
mountain
click
and
as
tries to
well
like
for-
pull the mountain one over. Is it heavy?
For Percy, it's quite heavy. For Derby, you know, he's used to lifting a lot of things, but Percy, I mean, for flavor, it's quite heavy for you, but
Every time I hear a little click, I purr a little bit.
Help! Help!
I'm watching to make sure nothing is like,
Help.
activating while this happens.
I go to help.
Team lifting. Safety.
okay.
Tanglewood safety would be
And where
very
are you
happy.
bringing that to? You've got the mountain.
Let's go to the slate.
Very good.
And then I'll put the last one in.
A satisfying click, and you're putting the vortex at the opal.
Yeah.
Okay. Another satisfying click, and then you hear sort of a rumble deep within the temple. It's like,
It seems to have activated something.
But is it here or is it somewhere else?
It sounded beneath. Probably in one of the lower levels.
everybody make a flat intelligence check.
17.
Oh no.
Intelligence, dirty 20.
Oh, Sasugasus.
Negatives.
But
I got 0.
And
very serious.
Arias?
I thought this was the dice that you rolled. I was like, that's
Nope.
not bad.
No.
17.
So Arias, Derby, and Percy, the noise that you heard, it sounded like something was ramping down rather than ramping up.
Deactivated.
Percy like kind of searches in his pack for something, pulls out one of his extra little pen knives and kind of just chucks it onto the floor.
Okay. You do that. The pen knife.
Oh no.
Would you like to scrabble for the
Yeah,
knife?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Are you trying to catch it or just scrabble after it?
I see shiny and I want the shiny.
Okay, so we'll say that Percy, how strong are you?
My score is 14 with a modifier of 2.
Okay, so we'll say it lands about there. We'll say sounds fair. Suzo scrabbles after it. and
Wait.
you have a knife.
The floor is fine.
So these are all different. Is that
To your eye, they look the same.
okay?
This is a wonderful map that gives more information than it should.
Okay, so that
Yeah, just kind
that
of.
pattern is not relevant.
I'll bring
You think it's
Suzo
probably
to my
relevant,
toy.
but would you like to inspect the floor? Like
Yeah.
Matt, it is relevant, but would Jerby
Yeah,
like to
I
inspect
think
the floor to figure
Jerby
something
seeing
out?
this and seeing the blood would be like, why are these tiles arranged in such a way as this?
Okay. But
if
again, all
they're
the tiles look the same to Jerby, but you can inspect it based on the blood that you see.
Okay.
If Percy,
okay, so make
if the
a-
tiles look this,
What?
go ahead. Percy would follow.
Okay, make a perception
I'm
or
gonna pull
investigation check, your
Jerby along
choice.
and say, "Come, we must go."
And
Wait, it is a natural 20 on the
okay,
investigation.
natural 20. So, and was anyone else making a check?
I was trying to impose disadvantage on Jerby by pulling them along.
Cool, awesome. That doesn't work on account of Jerby's natural 20. And Jerby, as you bend down and inspect the floor, you see that there are small holes, in rows and columns. And you think probably that these are designed to have something pop out of them when some of the tiles are stepped on. And indeed, if you're really looking around, what you can now kind of see the sort of differences in the tiles, the blue ones and the tan ones. But as you
So that's
inspect
what was
them,
deactivated.
they appear to be inactive. Yes, and you wonder to yourself whether maybe you solved a puzzle.
This is all coming together.
Yes.
I see Suzo looking at the hallway and I cast guidance on Suzo.
All right. Are you looking around for traps, Suzo?
I'm playing with my new toy and wandering, but I'm focused on my new toy.
Oh, the knife, right?
And then
okay.
and then like as I'm wandering, I'm like it's like I'm like doing it against the wall.
Suzo.
For sound. And like shh.
Suzo.
Yeah.
Eyes up.
Eyes up, wise up. All right, as you're on the
Not that
corner,
up.
you see
Not
that this is a ramp that is leading down, and what you see is what you get. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So you tell me to look
About
up,
30 feet down.
and then I acrobat down, because I look up, but
Oh,
it goes
dear.
down, but it's fine. I look cool.
And as
Very
you arrive
cool.
down to the end of the ramp, you see that there is a platform that appears to be kind of glowing red from the underside of it, and you can see that's sort of depicted here in the picture. You're not sure what to make of this, but there's a red glow underneath, and you can investigate it further if you want.
Can you make the colors nicer?
Colors bay.
Are you bringing your dancing lights around?
Yep.
Okay, well, the red glow is still there from underneath, so there's not much you can do about that. But
Hold on.
certainly it's brighter now.
Yeah.
Oh, was that not? Oh, okay.
Wild
Oh,
magic.
because still recasting it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dancing lights only last 1 minute.
Okay.
Hold for loading table.
Wild magic.
Wild magic.
Do you roll wild magic for
That's what I'm
cantrips?
doing. I'm just dancing around singing.
Any sorcerer spell.
I'm gonna.
While you're looking that up, what is everybody else doing?
I'm making an insight check at.
I'm so
20
sorry.
to realize that this is what's going on here, and I
not
think
sorry.
Arias has seen this enough now to be like,
Sorry,
I thought you were apologizing for the time, but go ahead. What are you sorry for, Percy?
You all feel a little bit more vulnerable to piercing damage.
all of
I'm
us.
playing with
Make a note, everybody.
You
as
and all
feel
creatures within
yourselves-
30 feet.
Oh no.
You feel yourselves becoming a little squishier than normal, and even Mumu and his rotund little raccoon belly is like, my belly feels squishier than it was before.
as I'm dancing
Pierce,
around.
Do we know that
with-
we've been affected by this magic?
I would say, yeah, it's hard not to notice yourself being a little squishier, but
What just happened?
As I'm dancing around with my new toy, I like
What
gave
did
myself a
you
little
do?
paper gun. I'm like, that's weird, and I just continue.
I think one of my spells backfired again.
okay, and mechanically, precisely what is happening here mechanically, just so people know.
I rolled on my. So if you,
Not about the table, but just what has happened to them.
it's literally just you and 30 and all creatures within 30 feet of you become vulnerable to piercing damage.
For how long? Just ever?
It says for the next minute.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
easy peasy.
So you're feeling pretty
Don't
squishy.
get into combat. for
Unless
the
there's
next
like an arrow trap.
I already poked
Is-
myself.
or a spear
With my
trap
new
again.
toy.
I ready in action to cast guidance on the next person to investigate the platform.
Okay, so would anyone like to investigate the platform?
I'll investigate the platform for sure.
Roll
Why
investigation or perception, your choice.
With guidance.
not? Oh, with guidance.
At 3.
Nice. That's a nice dice.
Yeah.
I like
Unless it's on the floor and
24.
not seen. In which case, it's a cantrip.
So, Derby, as you inspect this platform, you notice that it's not just sitting on the ground. It appears to be levitating ever so slightly. And you think that with a 24, you think probably if you step onto this platform, it will transport you
Auto-rise.
deeper into the temple.
I step onto the platform.
I quickly step on the
Does anyone
platform
else
as
step
well.
onto the platform?
Percy tries to move fast, but Percy is the slowest member of the squad.
I pull Percy along.
I'm not paying attention. Did you pull me out?
Oh yeah, I'll pull you.
Okay.
All right, and the platform
like
is
that's
not moving
by
quickly,
standard.
so
It moves
everyone who
actually-
chooses to step
Suzo's
on
on the
manages.
All of us just assume it's gonna go, and we're just.
Susan hates it. Susan's on the leash.
And then it's like,
Someone that was like really long,
then it's
so I
like,
forget about it.
Just like
As the platform descends,
yeah.
Go ahead and pull yourselves off that map. And let's see what...
I like this elevator music we have.
This is an Arby's.
We're coming up from this side or this side?
I bet we're gonna get right into the food court next.
Two there.
Every good temple has a food court.
We're here.
Want to put us here?
As you arrive, you see before you a 40 by 40 foot room. As you look around, no check needed. The walls and floor are made of kind of smooth stone, and there's a jeweled map carved into the floor. Across the map, you can see a similar platform to the one you're standing on. Same red glow. You suspect that this is the way to get down to the next platform. The map in the center of the floor. Everybody make a survival check as you kind of look at it from afar.
If I know what it is.
It's the Tanglewilds.
Yeah.
And Stormcrag.
Well, yeah.
Stormcrag.
As opposed
Okay,
to-
fine. It's the Tanglewilds. It's Stormcrag. Good job. You looked at the map that I sent you before.
Yeah. We're good players.
So
Percy.
you recognize, because the PCs did such a great job, no check necessary, you recognize that this is indeed a map of the Tanglewilds, and you can see Stormcrag to the north. Embedded in the map, you see 4 gemstones. What you see is what you get. 2 red, 1 glowing blue, and 1 faintly flickering with red light. So you can see there's 2 kind of bright red ones glowing, 1 glowing brightly blue, and this one is kind of
Trying.
Is there any significance to the locations of these on the map? Like
Make a
more
survival
specifically?
check.
And
We all walk
Because
up and
like
kind of
we're
look at
somewhere on probably close to one of these 2, right?
Make a survival check.
and Percy wants to look at the gems and try to figure out what type of gems they are.
Okay, so if you are interested in learning more about the locations of the gems, make a survival check. And if you're interested in learning about physically what you see before you, make a history or investigation check, your choice. Actually, no, start with history. All right, anyone who is making survival checks, we'll resolve those first. Jeremy?
19. So in relation to where they are on the Tanglewilds map, right?
Yep.
19.
19. Anybody else made a survival check? They're flat in the ground.
Yeah, but we're right here. I think on the map.
We're somewhere.
Do you now?
We're about to find out via this check.
Yeah, you're making a check to find out. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Joseph. Love you.
You gave us a map.
Joe's gonna try and figure it out without rolls.
This is to test to see if we're good player characters or not, and review the homework.
Okay, let's let the DM tell us what we know.
Can I go?
I'm just waiting for Joe to make his check.
Oh, I wasn't making a check.
Oh, okay, so
I
those of you who-
all I was doing was just
Those of you who are thinking more about the map, in fact, you recognize that the dimly flickering light is where you are currently. And as part of that check, what did you get, Matt?
19.
19. And was yours higher than that? Okay, so both of you recognize that because you sort of are familiar with this area, you've guided lots of people around the jungles before, you recognize that the other crystals are also locations of kind of ancient eluran temples that have been sort of mapped out by cartographers.
So that.
So I'm going to pause you for a second. So who's making a history check? All right. Go ahead and roll history.
24.
24 and
2.
2. Okay. Suzo, you're like, ooh, pretty.
So basically because the one is like sparkling, so I just want to go and like tap on it to see if I can like fix it.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Hello?
And Percy, you.
I love playing a character that knows things and has good stats.
I know nothing.
As you inspect the lights, they're flickering with kind of arcane energy. Based on this history check, you're noticing that they definitely correspond to other temples on the map because you studied your textbooks real hard. And Percy, your educated guess is that the fact that the other 3 are glowing brightly probably means that not much has gone wrong in those temples currently. You believe that they are sort of magically entwined with the others. That should have been Arcana, but that's okay. Yes.
Do I know the names of the other temples?
Hannah doesn't, so you don't either. But
If it's Arcana, would rolling a d4 to add to that make it a little bit better?
no, I would say that's all.
Okay, because my modifier for Arcana is the same.
Okay. And as you continue to inspect, two things are going to happen simultaneously. Suzo, go ahead and roll an investigation check. And actually, sorry, both of you, Percy and Suzo, roll investigation checks.
So, given what we have,
21.
21 and
Nice.
Matt, hold that thought for a second.
Why can't you roll like this?
Because this is a one-shot, and Percy is so broken.
8.
Okay.
It do be.
So, Suzo, you are so distracted by the pretty lights that is really all you see. Percy, you notice as you're up close to this map, parts of the map seem to have sort of an organic residue on them, almost like mucus-like.
Oh.
Do I know what the mucus is?
Make a nature check.
Sweet.
Should I not be looking?
Are you touching it to determine what it is, or are you just looking
Not
at
touching. Percy knows better.
it? Okay.
I was.
You were touching it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on just a second.
If I notice Percy going, ew, looking at this, I would like to look up.
So it's 14 for the nature.
Okay, very good. Okay. One more check and then we'll describe what happens all at once. Vincent, you're looking up, so go ahead and make a perception check.
What's going on?
Let's see. Perception check. That's gonna be a 26.
That's a
So
big
here's what happens. And actually, let's make sure we're all in accurate spots on the map. Percy, you've been looking.
Percy would probably be smack dab in the middle of the
at
map.
the stone. Suzo, which stone are you sort of touching
further
excitedly?
to
the blinking one.
The blinking one. Okay, so that one there.
Looking, touching.
Yeah. The other two, you guys are just kind of standing where you're at.
yeah, probably be like just looking at the map in general.
Okay. So, a few things are going to happen. That sound effect was very loud.
Oh, I hear it.
I can hear it now.
It sounds
Suzo,
squishy.
as you touch the residue, go ahead and take 1 point of acid damage.
38 points of poison
Just a
damage.
little.
Ow.
I love me.
And Percy, as you look at the map, and Mumu, as you look up, go ahead and roll for initiative, and we'll see what you see.
It's an ooze. Cara knows. Percy doesn't
It
know
is
yet.
at least one ooze.
Ooh. I mean, Percy's a magic person. That's low initiative's good.
I'm glad I looked up because I rolled
That was
a
my
natural 20.
Roll initiative, huh?
I wouldn't have rolled a natural 20 if I didn't say.
For initiative?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have
Keep
if I didn't look
that positivity.
23.
Bear with me just a
We're doing good.
Finally.
Except I think you're about to get.
All the little,
If
little dorky
this is
character.
me,
When to play
if this is me,
nerd.
this is the perfect place for a
Little mini one shot.
huge. Let's see what happens.
All right, I apologize for that. Okay, Mumu, natural 20 on your initiative.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Cleric.
Call him out.
17.
17,
18.
18,
23.
23.
That +5 to initiative. Yeah.
Selvin.
Okay, this is supposed to be battle music, but it's not very battly.
It's battly for ooze.
Yeah. It's okay. It just vibrates up through the stand.
It's a slow battle.
Can we find two of the sort of
Yeah.
tall platform boys?
Here's one.
Keep going.
There's one. Let's go ahead and find the other one.
Oh, I didn't even think of looking it up.
I know. People never think to look up. It's my favorite.
Especially since getting one. Thank you, Vincent.
And here is what you see, and I'm just making sure I'm pulling out the ones that are Well, they are indeed oozes. I'll tell you that for free because they look real oozy.
Ooze.
Perfect.
Yeah, love that.
So, from beneath the cracks, excuse me for a moment, of the floor,
Beneath?
Beneath, kind of under your feet, Suzo.
No.
Under
an
your
ooze
feet.
kind of slithers up right underneath you. A couple of
That
others
tickles.
also slither up here.
I recognize
And then
those
on
oozes.
the ceiling, yes, they're fantastic. On the ceiling, Mumu, you notice 2 more.
That's so many ooze.
Susan the Ooze.
Oh, Susan the
And
Ooze.
we're gonna find
What a
some
great
more
band name.
That'd be a
exciting
cute little
combat
fantasy.
music here.
As I'm noticing the ooze, I'm just my
Kids'
my
fantasy
toes
novel.
are just gonna go like, what's this?
Ooh, better.
It is better.
Can I be friends with the ooze?
Can you be friends
Find
with
out.
the ooze?
You have to knock them out first. You have to make them tame so that you can catch them with little balls.
Do I know ooze?
No ooze?
I don't think so.
You know what? But because you're like right up and close, before we really get going, I'll let you make a nature check for free to see if you know anything.
If Suzo's traveled the multiverse, there's
This
plasmoids.
is Susan like staring up, and it's slowly dropping down, and like the gears turning.
I don't want it to touch me, but it's gonna touch me.
And what's your nature check looking like? Yep, the big one, and add your nature
Minus one.
modifier.
Oops, sorry.
15.
Killed one.
15. Okay.
Minus
14.
Okay. So,
Oh, Suzo.
Suzo, you know these to be slimes. You don't know much about this specific kind of like variation of slime, but what you do know is that slime beasts, and I think you've probably seen this before the last time you were cornered by slimy creatures, is that they can split. And so you don't quite
I'm not
remember
good at
the
counting.
circumstances under which they can split, but
I
you know
can't
that
count
they
that high.
Okay, so we are in combat. Mumu, you are up first.
Do I know if oozes can be blinded, or whatever we're fighting can be blinded?
Make a nature check for free.
$17.
Okay, they don't have eyes, so you know they can't be blinded.
Okay.
Does you hear the music?
So you
In
all
your
hear
head.
the music, indicating that it is time to fight because
Oh,
you
shit.
recognize that the oozes are hostile.
I thought that Suzo was playing the music.
I was about to join in. I was about to join
All right, Mumu, what would you like to do?
All right, I would like to tell to the group, oozes above as well, and I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon. You will see, I'll materialize 2, what looks like trash can lids, and they're gonna appear next to one of the oozes that's right next to Suzo, and they're just gonna clang on that ooze.
I have something for this.
Toll the ooze. Hit
It's
that.
not working, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I had a
it's
sound
okay.
effect for you. Quick pause for 1 second. Does the spiritual weapon just have the same initiative as you, or is
Yeah,
it not
it-
its own thing?
It's not its own creature. It's just I
just
can use a
acts on
bonus
your-
action to use it to attack.
Gotcha. And which one are you attacking?
The one that's next to Suzo,
Orange arms, got it.
and let's see. I just saw it a second ago, and I just make attack rolls with it. Where is it? Sorry.
I like this combat.
I'm just really getting into
Yeah.
the music. Yeah, this
We're
is
just
a
gonna,
good one.
just gonna put this on upstairs.
Joe found this one, so good job.
I did?
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
one that I tried to put on was one I found in Sirenscape, and it was too quiet.
When Julie was working on my makeup, we were just
16 to attack.
Okay, that is a hit.
All right, and then it will take 7 force damage. And then I will move over to here, and take the just attack the one in front of me.
All right, so that big orange one there.
Yeah.
And what are you attacking with?
A mace.
That's supposed to be true.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's a good roll. Should I roll to hit first?
Right.
23!
All right. 23 hits.
4 bludgeoning damage. Bludgeoning
Four
damage.
bludgeoning damage. All right. It doesn't do quite as much as you think it should.
And as I move into position, I will say, Sir Orius, I remember the formations you've taught me.
Now, as you hit it with your bludgeoning weapon, you are within 5 feet of it. So go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Oh, man. I make it.
Okay. So you feel kind of just sort of something pushing, trying to enter your mind, but you fight it off. Get out of my head. Anything else, Mumu?
And
Okay. Next up is Suzo.
Ooh. So starting with the big clash that you did, I'm like, oh, music time. So now I took that as my cue to start with the bongos. This is me now.
Does Suzo have bongos on her
Yes,
at all
they
times?
do.
On him?
Okay.
Hero,
And
hero,
what action does
hero
that
that claps the loudest. Hero that claps the loudest. Hero that claps the
Who
loudest.
you
What are
casting
you
on?
doing,
I'm
please?
casting heroism.
Heroism, okay. And who are you casting it on?
Let's say Vincent next time.
Yeah.
And what does heroism do exactly? I forget.
I'll look it up.
Go ahead
makes me immune to
and
fear, and
read
Polly gives me-
that
It does you 2 things.
spell.
temp HP or something.
Just busy with the sound.
So, you are, and so this does mean that you do need to touch Vincent. You really need to,
Move.
yeah, and we'll provoke one attack of
That
opportunity.
is going to be an attack of opportunity indeed.
But you're probably fine. You can slide outside of
Right.
that touch.
Alright.
And then, Vincent, you are immune to being frightened, and you get 1 temporary HP.
Okay.
Level 5, y'all.
Oh. I feel so brave right now.
Hero that claps the loudest. Hero that claps the loudest.
One temp HP, you say. Alright.
Sorry to break the balance of this encounter.
That's it. Okay. And so for that attack of
drums.
opportunity, does an 18 hit you, Suzo?
Yes, an 18 does.
Alright, and that's gonna be
I'm just playing music.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Who?
65 away from that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Trying to have a good time.
Anything else, Suzo?
And you're feeling so attacked right now?
I'm feeling so attacked right now.
That's it.
Literally.
All my claws are out, but I'm not doing it.
Alright, Orius, you're next.
Okay. So hearing Mumu shout out that they remember the formations, I'm gonna dart over and flank this ooze with Mumu. And I'm going to bring out my long sword and swing it towards this creature. Do I get advantage from flanking?
Yes.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I lost my dice. It's coming from. I'll borrow that. All right, that is going to be first a 19 to hit,
Okay, that hits.
and the second one is going to be higher than that, 23 to hit.
Okay. You slash it with your longsword, and just to confirm, that is slashing damage, correct?
Correct.
Okay, it doesn't seem to do any damage,
Oh,
but
no.
as you slash it, your longsword, instead of catching on anything, it goes straight through.
Oh no.
And now where there was one ooze, there are 2.
Do they seem to be like roughly the same size, or
No, the
okay?
second one seems to be a bit smaller.
Cool.
So can someone go ahead and place that down there?
Oh my god.
And just bear with me 1 second.
And so then that second one I also hit with the slashing attack.
Do you now?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Bear with me just a second.
I'm setting these up for AoE. I know what the lizard's gonna do.
I'm Suzo.
Fair.
So as far as I know, Percy has no like offensive casting abilities, and I also don't know that
You've seen Percy cast
Orius is convinced that
Fire.
Percy has no idea what they're doing.
Fireball.
And so,
fireball.
you hit the new little one with your sword as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make a roll to hit.
I hit the first one twice. So that one
You're
was
hitting the bigger one.
It was a
still.
19 and 23, yeah, but I swung both. So if it doubles again,
Which one are you hitting again with your sword?
the big one. Yeah.
Same thing happens. Unfortunately, no damage seems to be done, but go ahead and place another one. And again, it just...
So it does no damage to the visual one. It doesn't even look diminished in size when it splits off.
You're like carving pieces off it. It doesn't look like it diminishes in size. No, it sort of fills the space like a cat.
Unfortunate.
But the little one that you carved off does appear to be smaller and weaker.
Okay. Not to worry. That is all that I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. So next up then is Jerby.
These platforms are beautiful, but they get in the way of measuring.
So I think
While he's
so I'm just gonna like casually make my way over to this corner, and then
Oh man, look at that stuff.
I'm gonna cast Rhymes Binding Ice at all of the ones that are on the ground here.
That's a cone, right?
Yes.
Oh man.
So I think it hits all of them, and I can keep 1 plus the level of spells. So I think it hits these 3, but it doesn't, and then avoids Sir Orius because of that.
sweet.
Because of my perfect position.
So
Totally
to
out
be
there.
there so that it doesn't.
Do sound check just
Yeah.
for fun.
So do the 3 of us need to roll checks or?
No,
No.
you automatically succeed.
Keeps it
It's a
safe.
level 2 spell.
And how tall is the ceiling?
Oh yeah, and if the ceiling's
I would-
tall, it might hit those ones as
Well,
well.
that's not in the module. We'll say it's
They
40
never put it
feet.
in there. Okay.
40 feet? Okay, so it
Out of
doesn't-
range.
Hannah?
What? It's too loud. It's too loud.
So they have to make a con save.
They are making con saves. Okay. That's gonna be an 8.
That's gonna fail. So they are all going to be taking.
I should probably roll for all of them, huh? Another 8 and a 14.
They all fail.
Dope.
So they are all taking
I mean, not dope. Oh no.
You can cheer for us players. It's fine.
14 points of cold damage, and they are hindered by ice for 1 minute, so they can't move unless
And they're
another
hindered.
creature takes an action to break away the ice.
Right.
So all the ones on the ground are frozen.
Nice.
frozen
Can we put some rings on them? That would be awesome.
Let's go with
And they all took 14 damage.
Got it.
some white rings. Some more white rings.
Anything else, Jerby?
Bonus action, I'm gonna take a seat here and try to think about. So the one that we have is diminishing. The other 2 are still lit, and then there's a blue one, and I'm trying to figure out what those mean because I've already kind of figured there's probably other artifacts similar to the Heart of Dakko at those spots that have been that haven't been taken from their
So you're
pedestals.
sitting down and having a think.
Having a think.
Okay.
Like I've contributed to the fighting. Now I can start thinking about what
Okay.
what we need to do.
Well, perhaps a little later out of combat, you will think about things, but otherwise you would need to make a check,
yeah,
of
I'm
course.
sitting.
All right,
My
next
turn
up
will be for the thought.
is Percy.
Bonus action sit.
Which spot are you in?
Like sitting right up in that corner there.
Sorry, I'm just reading. Okay, that's not.
No problem.
That's not important.
All right,
we
what
don't
are
like
you
that one. We are going to. They seem to be held pretty much in place. So Percy is going to like take 2 steps back.
Wait, I apologize. Why do I thought it was just the 3 of them that were encased in ice. Were the other 2 also encased in ice?
Everything on the ground was hit,
I apologize.
except for the only 2 that weren't hit were the ones that are up on the ceiling still.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's where.
My bad. Give me one moment, please.
Percy's
So
gonna be
they
there.
all.
Yeah.
So they have a movement of 0 until someone takes an action to.
I take an action to free them.
Why would you?
What? No!
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. All right, so we are on Percy. What are you doing?
Percy is going to cast. He's going to like take 2 steps back. He's going to shout fireball and cast carefully because he's been watching Jerby in action and knows that you can like kind of maneuver your spells around a little bit.
Nice.
And is going to carefully cast right here snowball swarm so that it catches these 2. And while Sir Orius will be in its vicinity, he is safe. It's a DC 16 Dex check.
For
Dex save for the
3 of them.
oozes.
Or 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
which 2 again, please?
Yellow and red.
Okay.
Ochre and red.
Give me just a second.
Mustard.
I certainly hope it's not an ochre. We are not quite there yet.
Okay, so that is. We've got big red and yellow round top.
It's not. I guess careful.
And apologies. What kind of save are they making?
Dex.
Alright, that's gonna be a 14 for the biggin and a 3 for the littlin.
That's a failure.
For both of them?
Yeah.
Alright.
Again, Percy is broken in the best way possible.
I love Percy. What kind of damage is this?
Cold damage, and that's 15 points of cold damage
Very
because
nice.
I rolled some good numbies because again,
Very
it's
nice.
Percy and it's a one-shot.
Okay, the little round
Poor
yellow
Billy.
one. Let's see if we can get some oozy sound effects. Kind of melts back into the ground.
Ooh, nice.
And I believe it has been diminished. And the orange one also kind of, with more, it takes longer, but the orange one also kind of melts back into the ground.
Hey.
Hey, anything else, Percy?
No, Mr. Jerby, look into the thing.
Sitting
Hey.
looking at the ground, being like, yes, very good job.
All right. The one on the yellow one on the ceiling drops down to the bottom.
Oh dear.
Right onto Percy.
Oh dear.
Yep. And as it hits, it takes bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Yeah, it does.
Means that it splits off into another one. Now I'm out of oozes, so go ahead and
We've got 2 more.
die.
Down here. Being pop the boo.
These 2?
We have
I'd
the
rather use the dice just to make it easier to attack.
Here.
And then it is going to. Give me just a second.
Awesome.
Okay. And then that ooze that just dropped to the ground is going to move over to Percy. And he's gonna kind of reach out one of his little oozy little arms, and Percy does a 12 hit.
does not.
Okay, so Percy,
Wait, no, meets it, beats it.
Oh, Percy.
Sorry.
Not good.
And then, so as a reaction, Percy's gonna cast shield. And you see, like, basically a spiky little turtle shell. Like, it's a bright blue color with spikes on it. Don't worry about it.
And that brings it.
And that does nothing for my AC. But it does reduce the damage dealt by 2d4, and we'll reflect it back at the ooze.
All right, so that is gonna be. So there are 2 kinds of damage happening here. The total damage you're being dealt is 9 bludgeoning and 5 psychic.
Okay.
I will we're gonna reduce the bludgeoning because
Makes
that
sense.
feels about right. By 2d4, so go for it.
Sweet, 7.
Nice.
And it takes 7 bludgeoning, which is probably bad for us.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
So.
great. It's great.
Okay. So you take 2 bludgeoning now and 7 psychic for a total of 7.
Wait, 7s. So 2 bludgeoning, 7 psychic for a total. 5 psychic?
I'm sorry. 7 psychic for a total of 9. And indeed, so that one takes, you reflect bludgeoning damage back onto it, which does nothing other than give you a new ooze. Oops, sorry. Oh no.
Ooze.
I feel like you just hit it and it just out to the back.
That's never happened before! Oh, but this might... No, we're good. We're good.
All
Everything's
right. And, ooh, tracking these babies is so fun. All right. Anything else, Percy?
Nope. That was my reaction. It's their turn.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Anything else? Big yellow ooze? The answer is no. All right. Next up is the little round green one that is closest to Jerby. He is right in front of Suzo, and he is going to reach out his pseudopod and attempt to hit Suzo. Does an 8 hit you?
Miss.
Miss.
This is the number.
Okay. And Suzo, again, you feel something trying to pry into your brain, but you shake it off and you are okay.
That was tickly.
Next up.
There's nothing up there. It's fine.
Slides
It
right
gets
off.
in there. It's just like
It's Suzo's
Wait.
crumple zone.
All right. Next up is the one next to the spiritual weapon, and he is going to try to hit the spiritual weapon.
I don't
Does
think you.
Oh no, please! I might be misremembering the rules about it.
I'm not sure if you can because I don't.
Spiritual weapon doesn't have an AC. It's not
Yeah.
like... It's an ethereal weapon.
Baldur's Gate
so-
does it different.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So he is instead then gonna slither through the spiritual weapon
It
over
can't.
to Mumu.
it can't. It can't. It's frozen.
Oh shoot! Thank you. He's gonna attempt to hit the spiritual weapon, but he's bad at stuff. So
Banging
he's
on
frozen
a
and
trash
he's
can.
got nothing. And that brings us to the last little green ooze right on the top there,
Oh,
and
this guy.
he is gonna drop down right between Mumu and the trash cans.
Great man, then.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Just leave it there.
All right, he is also again gonna take bludgeoning damage from that and split off into another boy, and that's gonna be this blue die here. Thank you.
And that was the one that just dropped down.
Yeah,
One that
probably
just
like right
dropped
here.
down.
Oh no, this is a lot of oozes.
Die.
Don't worry, it's almost my turn. I have a lot of words.
Harvey's thinking I should
All
just
right,
ditch.
and that one that just dropped down is going to attack Mumu. For
I would like to use a thing. Hold on.
thing, you say? Interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna have disadvantage on the attack, but basically, let's see, character. Where's the button? Actions. I can use when I'm attacked by a creature. Oh, never mind. Forget what I said.
Okay, does a 15 hit?
No.
All right.
Because you're a clink clank.
Here, clink clank.
Clink
I
clink.
am just going to take a
Think back.
second to reorient myself to what is on the board here. We've
worry.
got 2 guys with green arms. We've got a blue die, a yellow die, and a green die, or like a light blue die. We've got a round-headed green guy near Derby. We've got a big yellow one, and a yellow one with kind of like arms.
Yep.
All right. Cool. We'll figure it out. All right, Mumu, top of the round. You are up.
Cool. So, am I correct in understanding that it looks like slashing damage splits them, and does it? I hit one earlier with my bludgeoning, but it didn't split it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I would like to. So I've traveled with Sir Orius before. Do I know if Sir Orius has any other weapons besides this longsword?
I always have other weapons.
Okay, very good. All right. In that case, I'm just going to.
They're all slashing though.
Do you have any non-slashing weapon? Is what I meant to ask.
Technically, I have a bludgeoning weapon.
It's his fist.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to disengage as my action and move over out of this kind of cluster F and move like over here behind Sir Orius and
Provoke attacks of opportunity.
He disengaged.
I disengaged.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to hold out my mace to Sir Orius, and it's like, here, you can use my mace if you. Sir Orius, I think the sword is making more. You can use my mace if you want. He's gonna hold it out for you to take on your turn if you want.
Okay.
And,
And I
my
just
bonus...
realized I've been doing something wrong in the rest of it, but you are correct that bludgeoning damage shouldn't cause them to split.
Okay. And then I'm
Some
going.
of them have been having great luck.
I'm going to and then use my bonus action to bang on this one.
Okay.
And does it have do I get flanking from Sir Orius in that formation?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
He's a little far away, but I'll allow it.
It is we are diagonally opposed to it.
Yeah. All right.
25 to hit,
25 hits.
and so that will be max damage. 13 force damage.
Force damage. All right.
Bang. End turn. Drop mic.
That one represented by the blue die melts back into the ground
Bang.
and is like, I only just began life.
Oh no.
All right. Anything else, Mumu?
Nope.
Suzo.
I'm gonna whip around to the one that's been burning me. I'm gonna be like, I'm Suzo. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know how to look at you. Where's your face? How many faces do you have? You two-faced baby back bitch.
All right.
Cast vicious mockery.
Very good. Which one is that?
That
Which
is
one are you talking to?
The green one with the ring.
this guy right
The
here.
red, the round boy.
Uh-huh. And it's a
Okay.
wisdom save.
With as much spit in all of the
Much
words.
spit as you
So
can.
I'm behind 2 oozes and somehow I still got wet.
That is a natural 20 for a total of 18.
Oh no.
Well, nothing happens, and
It's okay.
But it
But,
does feel
uh,
offended.
also
Oh,
for what
very
it's worth-
offended.
And it cocks its not face at you as if to be like, I obviously don't have a face.
Can it hear?
I don't think with vicious
It
mockery
doesn't
they
seem to
need
have
to.
ears, but
Okay.
but you're surprised to notice that it does seem to understand.
Okay,
even though it
okay,
doesn't seem to
okay.
have any ears. Anything else, Suzo?
You can give Bardics away if you like.
I can what?
You can inspire somebody.
Inspire.
You.
Percy. What do you say to inspire Percy?
Don't make your excuses bigger than your dreams.
Okay.
Tears start to well up
Covered
in
in
Percy's
ooze.
eyes.
Just spit.
So
and
inspirational.
Next up is Orius.
I'll blink for a second, taken aback by this sagely wisdom. Then I will. Is it a bonus action? If I drop the longsword, that's a free action. Is it a bonus action to grab the mace from?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. So I'll grab that mace and then, like, grabbing it by the handle, I'll just swing around to try to hit this guy who's frozen in the corner over here.
All right, roll to hit.
First attack is a. Oh, I don't have the stats for this here. But presumably that is
D6.
D6. Okay, that is a 16 to hit. This is dice plus proficiency plus strength.
Yeah.
No, it's just dice plus strength for damage.
Gotcha. 2 points of damage.
Okay. 2 points of damage. It doesn't seem to do as much as you would expect, but because that one only had 1 hit point left, it melts into the ground.
Nice.
Anything else, Sir Orius?
I'll turn and say, Mumu, this is fantastic. And I'll cross the distance and I'll take my second attack against this guy right here.
Alright, and that is...
That is blue, yeah, and that is only going to be a 14 to hit.
Oh, that does hit.
Oh, there we go. For 5 points of damage.
Okay, and again, it doesn't...
Plus strength.
5 points of damage.
And it
Orius
does just
dexterous,
kind
not
of seem to kind of swoop in and not do as much damage as you thought, but it does a little bit, so that's pretty good.
Not to
Anything
worry.
else, Orius?
That is all that I can do.
Alright, Derby, you are up.
I'm gonna, seeing all of those ooze getting all over the map, stand up, be like, go over to here, like, I cannot read the map. And I'm gonna frost fingers the cone here. It's a 15-foot cone to get these 4.
Very nice.
so
Including
we've
Suzu?
got-
I sculpt spell
Oh,
to
nice,
avoid.
nice.
Nice.
Alright, so which ones again can you point?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
So that's
2 green ones.
die, the
the
2
light blue
green
dice.
ones, and the big yellow one.
Yep.
Awesome. Alright.
And it's a con save.
Okay, so we've got a 5, an 18, a 15, and an 11.
The only one that saves is the 18.
The 18.
That's
okay,
gonna
so
take 4 points of cold damage. The others all take 8.
Nice. Perfect lineup.
Sorry, you said cold damage?
Yes.
Of course, it's Derby the Blizzard Lizard. Alright.
Lizard, wizard.
Lizard. Alright, the one with the like kind of round top right next to you fades into the ground as though it's just really sad that you hit it. It's just trying to live. It's hungry.
It's the Blizz
Anything
Liz
else, Derby?
They're not considered non-magical liquids, right?
No.
Can we drink it?
Considering
These are not liquids. These are sentient creatures.
They could be non-Newtonian fluids.
They're not. All right. Anything else, Derby?
That's it for me.
All right.
Ain't no Newton here.
Percy.
Oh, bonus action, sit again.
Okay. And are you thinking?
Yeah.
That's a
He's
standard
having a
action, so.
He's having a
flavor.
think. All right.
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oozes left on the map.
I see 5 oozes. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Percy's smart. Percy can count.
Gone.
Percy is going to dig down real deep. We saw they've studied this one. They've had it prepped today just in case they wanted to like show off some fireworks. Because they know when you throw rocks together, they create sparks. So Percy pulls out a bunch of rocks and says, "Magic stone!" And you see the little like rocks kind of lift up and start orbiting around his head, and they're on fire. As Percy actually carefully casts Melf's minute meteors.
All right. What does that look like?
So that's 6 orbiting little fiery, blazy meteors that, as a bonus action, I can send up to 2 to 2 different points 120 feet away. And there's stuff involved with that. So Percy's going to send one right in the middle at the pale green die there.
Okay.
And then
green die. Okay.
and then another one at the bright yellow die.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
dice.
And that's going to be a D6. That's the wrong spell. That's not what that spell does.
Is the meteor a single target or AoE?
That's a dex saving throw from everything within 5 feet of the target point. So that would normally include Suzo, but because I carefully cast minute meteors, Suzo is exempt.
And that,
So that gets all 3
unless
of.
I'm incorrect, that's all of them, right?
That's all. It's all except the one that's frozen next to the.
The trash can.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not yellow arms.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Let's make sure we've got everybody
nice,
except
very nice.
yellow arms. Okay, and what kind of check is that?
Dex save for
Dex
all
save.
4.
All right. We've got a 15,
Nope.
a 2,
Nope, for sure.
17,
Unfortunately, yes.
okay, and a 1.
All right. So the ones that failed take full damage, and the ones that succeeded take half damage.
And this is fire damage,
It is
correct?
fire damage.
All right, lay it on me.
Whoop.
Nice catch.
Yeah, that's unfortunately it was cocked. God damn it. Just want one to stay in the tray. Cool. So that's 7 points of fire damage to each of them,
Okay, and then halved for the one that's
and
left,
half
right?
for the one that's fine.
Okay. All right, anything else, Percy?
No, that was my action and my bonus action, and I've still got 4 meteors circling around my head.
Sure do.
And
4
Percy,
magic stones.
yeah, 4 very magical stones that are great for fireworks.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet.
They clank against each other. They make sparks and they light on fire.
All right,
if
next
you
up is
put the
the
two
big one
magnets
that's
in,
right in front of Percy,
snap
and he's
together.
gonna reach out with his little pseudopod. Does a 15 hit.
Oh, Percy, no.
Yeah.
Pizza.
No,
No.
definitely not.
I think
Percy.
12 is Percy.
Percy's
Oh,
squishy.
12. Oh.
Damn, that's crazy.
All right, and that is
15
going to
and
be 7 bludgeoning and 2 psychic damage.
Oh!
This has to do, yes, this has to do with the top.
And as you take the psychic damage, it's so strange. It's almost as if it's trying to communicate, trying to talk, just burrowing deep in your brain. But it's not really that much psychic damage, so it's weird, but you can handle it.
It's like it's trying to talk to me.
All right, next up is the one that's right in the middle, and it is the mini. Yep, and it's gonna turn to face Suzo. Orius, and it's gonna reach out with its little pseudopod. Does a 7 hit you?
It does
Orius?
not.
Oh, it swings and misses. Next up is the die that's right next to that one. It's gonna take a swing at Suzo. Does a 13 hit? Right, it misses. Next up is the mini
outta
next to the spiritual weapon, which is frozen, so it's just gonna thrash in annoyance. And then finally, the yellow die is gonna close in on Percy. I'm so sorry, but you're right there, and it's gonna
Percy,
attempt
behind
to hit
you!
you, and does a 12 hit.
Yeah.
Is Percy gonna die?
Percy's not looking hot. He's lost a few very important feathers.
The heart and the brain one.
I have healing potions.
Sorry about that. Something funky.
I have healing potions. I have 1.
I have more if you need to buy more.
That's gonna be 6 bludgeoning plus 1 psychic damage.
I'm still up. I'm still alive.
We were just seeing just bursts of feathers into the air.
There's definitely some bald spots.
Sorry,
getting
Percy,
plucked.
what's your HP at now?
What, my HP?
Yeah.
7.
Just making sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Percy, you are still up and you're doing so good, bud. All right, top of the round, it is Mumu's turn.
Okay. I'm going to now maceless. I'm gonna point at this one, and then
I'm so sorry.
Green
which
guy.
one?
I'm gonna
Green
point
guy,
at
alright.
green guy, and then take my hand and smack my shield and cast Toll the Bell. But instead of a clang, you hear a dolorous bell, and now it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it's super good at wisdom. Don't worry about it. That's a 1.
All right, that's gonna be a failure, and that one has taken damage before, correct?
Yes.
So it takes 2d12
Nice.
damage. 9 plus 11 necrotic damage.
Nice.
All right, it fizzles and withers and retreats
Oh,
back to the
boy.
floor. Anything else, Mumu?
And then bonus action, spiritual weapon is gonna go over here and then clang on this
die.
dice guy. So
Alright.
that's gonna be a. Do I get it? Are you holding a weapon of any sort?
Always.
Do I get flanking bonus?
So you get flanking. Yeah.
So 8 plus 16 to hit,
That hits.
and then that's gonna be 7 force damage.
Of course. All right. And it fizzles back into the ground. You are feeling like these oozes are really starting to tire of you. Anything else, Mumu?
End turn.
Okay, Suzo.
I'm gonna go around next to Percy and be like, Percy, I'm my best friend. I've never known anyone like you. Your hair is so shiny, your feathers so windy, and I just love you so much. I catch cure wounds.
Right.
So-
how much
Amazing.
healing is that?
Emily, you roll 1d8. That one.
Nice.
7 points of healing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Anything else, Suzo?
Can I insult anybody else?
For
flavor.
flavor, you can, but not as an action.
Can I throw anything at anyone?
Nope.
You've
You can
used
put-
your action. If you have any bonus actions, you can do that. But
You can give inspiration to somebody, but right now you probably don't need to.
Can I throw a fart in like the slime?
You
can you throw a fart?
cup of
At the slime?
cup of
Just
fart?
couple
Yeah, for
Yeah,
flavor.
just cup of
yeah,
fart.
Yeah, okay, you do that. And the
Yeah.
oozes are like, we have no noses, we can't smell.
Percy, you get that.
All right, that is Suzo's turn. Orius.
Percy, you're just like, oh, stinking cloud. All right, so this guy's frozen.
But you feel better.
Seeing that,
You have to,
I'm
like,
going to cross
You have
this
to
distance
compliment
here,
someone.
And I can see that Percy's in a lot of trouble. And so,
That's how you.
completely losing track of all of this to save this bird and Suzo, I drop the mace and I just put my hands together and I overhand just bring it down because I think this will actually do more damage.
Big punch. Okay.
I get two attacks. First one's only a 9.
Okay, that does hit.
Ooh, wow.
Well,
okay.
they're big and squishy.
That's true.
Yeah, my
Okay,
daughter.
and so that just does.
I think it's also
Oh wait, sorry, that's your thing.
advantage because it flanks.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because it's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Again, you feel like the bludgeoning isn't really doing as much as you wish.
It's
but
all
that's
that I
okay.
got, and I swing again, and that's only gonna be a 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Yep, that one works.
Oh wait, I don't have to roll a dice. That's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
As these soft paws are heavy.
It's, the soft paws are also soft, and again, it really just feels like this bludgeoning is not doing
Orius
its
drops the mace, runs over, and just goes. Not really fast.
And as you bring your paws away, your little Grinch paws have
Yeah.
some ooze on them.
This is disgusting.
IRL.
All right. Anything else, Orius?
That's all I got.
Derby.
I have a better view of the map now, so I'm gonna try to figure out, like, I'm gonna come up to this one. So this one is the diminishing one.
That's the one you're in right now. You know. Yeah.
The other two are glowing. I'm trying to figure out what the blue might indicate, because seeing that these two are glowing with the red heart of Dakko, and the blue one's not glowing, or is it
It's
glowing?
glowing.
but
Yeah, the
blue?
three of them are glowing. It's glowing with the same intensity of the red ones.
But a different color. Okay. I'm gonna try to figure out why that one might be glowing a different color.
As an action,
Yes.
make a history check.
Is the butt of Dakko.
Dakko. And you know what? Do it with advantage since you've already learned so much about
We
them.
didn't consider
It's like the kid in me, maybe.
Oh.
It's filtering talks. That's why it's blue.
25.
You think, with a 25, you think that the temple represented by the blue light probably is just powered in a different way than the red ones.
Okay.
Friendship.
Anything else, Derby?
Gonna start heading towards this to see if I can figure out anything else about what the significance of this map is, or if it's just an indicator of, like, basically the current power structure of these temples.
Since you rolled so high on your check, I will give you as an additional piece of knowledge. It does seem to just be a map.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Then I get ready to go to the next floor.
Okay.
Can you tell it to all of us?
Not yet. You guys are finishing up, so I'm kind of like making my way over.
Percy is like feathers scattered everywhere, looks very bloody, and Derby's just like, you got this.
You remember that?
I gave you a potion.
No, you did
remember
not.
That you learned.
Sold you a potion.
You remember that you learned from the mural that this temple had caretakers, and you think they probably use this map to care for
check
the
on
larger
them,
area.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Percy.
Percy's not doing great, but Percy careful spelled. Percy is going to send another meteor towards the big blobby yellow guy, and another meteor at frozen guy.
Orange arms guy.
Now,
All right.
question:
Yes.
with the big blobby one, will the explosion also hit the orange die because it's 5-foot radius?
So yes.
Sweet.
Wouldn't that also then hit?
Careful spell. Because it's when I
Oh, you
casted
have a
it.
higher spellcasting modifier.
All right.
What kind of save is that?
Dex, please.
All right. That is gonna be a 14.
Nope.
A 10.
Nope.
And an 11.
Beautiful. They all take full
Four
damage.
fail.
Nice.
All right.
Another 7 points of fire damage to all 3 of them.
7 points. Okay.
I like your dice.
As you cast the meteors, the 2 little ones, the die and the one with the orange arms, melt into the floor, and you are left with just one big ooze, larger than the others, seemingly. But it does seem to. It's looking rough. It's starting to be sort of look a little smaller, but it is still up. Anything else, Percy?
With the like 2 meteors that are like floating around Percy's head, and like bursting out from like around his head, there's butterflies and flower petals that just flutter around in the air for around like a radius of 10 feet. It does nothing. It just looks cool.
Delightful. All right. The biggin is still up. He's upset. He's mad at Oreo. No, sorry, Sir Orius. Our sweet boy Oreo would never do anything
Never.
to hurt anybody. And he is going to lash out at you, Orius. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 meets a pizza.
Pizza, pizza. Okay, and you are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning and 3 psychic. And again, you feel tendrils, invisible tendrils, kind of through your fluffy ears and down into your brain. But it doesn't do anything other than bother you and do 3 psychic damage. Okay, so total of 10 damage for
10
you,
damage.
Orius.
Alrighty.
And the biggin is thrashing wildly as it ends its turn. Mumu, you are up.
Alright.
Mumu, your mace is on the floor.
Flavor action. I turned to Derby and said, Derby, I think I heard you say good job to Percy during the fight. And here, you can hand one to Percy afterwards. And I hand you a gold star.
What is this?
You've seen me hand them to Percy before.
I have no need of this.
And tell Percy why they did a good job. The college representative said that Percy needed it.
All right,
And then
what are you doing?
And then I will go over, pick up my mace, and cast Toll the Dead on the Toll the Bell till the dead. I forget.
Toll something.
Wisdom saving throw.
On the biggin. All right.
Toll the dead.
That's gonna be a 13.
A sonorous bell.
Yeah, that's
A
gonna
dolorous
be
bell.
a failure, and it takes 10 necrotic
All right.
as it.
Mumu, tell us how it happens.
All right.
Yay!
So the bell rings, and then the ooze kind of like vibrates with the bell, and then just kind of sublimates with that vibration. And then Mumu turns and looks at Derby, and like looks over at Percy and goes,
All All right.
There's like psychedelic flowers and butterflies just like weirdly pulsing in the air.
And with that, you are out of initiative. And because it's been a while, we are going to take a break here. Stick with us. When we return, we will resolve this room and see what lies below in the next level of the temple. Stay with us. There's going to be a timer right down in the corner.
This is how I failed my transmutation class.
Welcome back, everybody. Where we left off, our heroes had defeated the Fizzar slimes, which are very cool, and you can learn more about them in the Heart of Dakko content that you can find. They are telepathic, but they're too stupid to actually communicate with words. It's delightful.
They were the whole time?
They can read your thoughts, but it doesn't.
My own?
All of yours because you were within 60 feet of them,
What
but it didn't
language do
matter
they speak?
because they can't do anything with that information.
Okay.
That's brutal.
They're not gonna give away our
Well, so in theory, we could have
they're
just
dead
been
now.
like, hey,
Oh,
we're,
excuse me. They are
Just let us
just back
through.
to
Yeah.
the pool that
We'll
burns them.
slice you in
They're
bits.
resting.
Yes.
They're resting.
But that's okay. All right, so you are out of initiative. The danger seems to have passed. Derby has learned some things about what this map represents. And what would you like to do now?
I'm like
Ow.
at the next platform.
Have you
and-
stepped on?
Not yet. I'm looking to see, is it the same kind of situation? Can I glean?
No check needed. Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna just turn and look and wait.
Just wait.
Ow.
Jer-
Ow.
Percy,
Uh.
you did a good job. Now get on,
See, plus 0 HP.
now get on the platform. I have healing potions.
Does anyone want to do anything before you head to the platform?
I cast Healing Word on Derby, and the word is
On Percy.
good job. Oh yeah, on Percy.
I was gonna cure Percy.
I feel extra healing.
You can cure yourself too.
Yourself or me?
I have healing potions.
Group, should I cure?
75% off.
No. Should I cure myself or my daddy mentor?
How much is 75% off?
Non-employee, 3 silver.
I'll take out a gold piece and I'll pass it over for all 3 of the bottles.
These are the ones that Caspian gave you? Hilarious.
I think there's only 2 left. Were there 3 or 2?
You think?
He's got more.
Oh,
I'm going to take these 3 healing potions. I'm going to give 1 to Suzo. I'm going to give 1 to Percy.
Oh, I have one.
I'm still giving 1 to Percy.
Well, there you go.
You look fragile, friend.
I
And I'm
am.
going to pop the
As
cork.
part of employee benefits package.
I'm going to pop the cork on the last one and just drink
You
the
want a
potion.
silver.
Is that just
Bring you up to full?
that's just a regular
They're
healing
regular,
potion?
yeah.
is it a regular healing potion?
Yes, it's just a greater healing.
That's 1d.
Yeah, regular.
It's
regular.
1d4 plus 4, right?
1d4 plus 4, yep.
8 hit points. So that will bring me up to 47, nearly full.
Same, nearly full. I'm at 29.
29.
Nothing, but if you want to drink your potion, you can get more. I would. Yeah, you might as well drink it.
I drink it.
Okay.
Everyone's drinking.
Roll that.
I'm drinking.
If you
And
like
Susan's
more
at full now?
potions, I have others.
You
you
gain
may be
6 health,
interested in.
which puts you at 29.
Hey,
Suzo at 29.
twinsies.
Alrighty.
I go over to Jeremy and I said, and I just whisper, oh, thank you. I think Percy needed that. And then he pulls out a gold and it's like, I'll buy something. Well, just give me what this can get me, and I give you a gold piece.
This can only get you so much. The best things
Then well, so much would be good.
are rather more expensive.
What is the most expensive thing?
You want to trade?
The value depends upon the buyer as well.
Can you
I'm gonna
trade
go
yours?
get on the platform.
You're gonna go stand on the platform?
Yeah.
I'm a student. Is there a student discount?
As
Yes,
Orius
but
steps
some
onto the
prices
platform, it
are-
does start to descend.
Oh no!
Cost prohibitive.
It's very slow.
Percy's also
No,
very
I run.
Okay, you are all on the
Again,
platform.
we all run over, even though we know how slow it is, and then we all slowly go down.
A student
All
discount?
Fight about everything and then do the same thing anyway.
Okay.
Did I get
as
anything from my
you
gold piece?
descend,
I will give you.
let's pull that map off. Place this one.
Okay.
And you all arrive
It is
that one.
This one?
Correct. Nope.
That one.
When you activate it with an action, it will become a 24-foot tall ladder.
Oh,
This looks like my 15th
Alright.
birthday party.
As you arrive down into this room, it is obscured by magical darkness. You can't see anything other than a faint glow coming from the opposite wall. You can see there are kind of 3 small glows, pink on the left, purple in the middle, and blue on the right.
Can I start a beat?
Yep, you do that. You start a beat.
As someone who has never cast light before in the game's history, does light counteract magical darkness?
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
It's daylight that does that.
oh, sorry. So I know you said magical darkness, but Night Domain cleric from Humblewood, Eyes of Twilight, first level, see in dim light as if for bright light, and in magical or non-magical darkness. So, what do I see?
Right.
Just
So is that
saying
like
that
dark
out
vision style, or
It's
is
dark
it
vision's
dark
style,
vision, but in magical darkness?
but it works in magic darkness.
Knowing
And how many
this,
feet
I'm
is that?
gonna switch places here and push Mumu to the front to get
Okay.
a better look.
60.
And does it have a? All right. So, on the far side of the wall, sorry. So Mumu, with your special eyes, you look across and you see that the illumination appears to be coming from carved runes, but it's hard to say at this distance.
Do I see blood on the ground?
Yep. There you certainly see some blood spatters on the ground. If you like, you can inspect the floor more closely for a check.
All right, I relay all that to the group.
What do the runes look like?
Perhaps I can take a look.
What's a rune?
I use my ladder and put it on the ground, and there's a 24-foot ladder now.
Hey.
And so now,
It's just like
I got nothing for it, but go ahead and find something to represent
it's
that. Yeah,
essentially.
perfect.
Have you ever used a little giant? Not a sponsor. It's a
And is
little-
that a 5-foot ladder? Like 5
It's
foot wide?
it doesn't specify, but I would imagine
We'll
it's
call it
a
a-
5 foot by 24 foot ladder.
That sounds good.
Like standard,
Okay.
or like 2.5
Let it be known
feet,
that
but it takes
Suzo
up this
helped.
5 foot square.
You have laid down a comically long ladder with help, and you have walked along it. Okay, and are you? What are you kind of looking at? Are you just looking at the wall?
I cast guidance on myself, and Percy asks, "What do the runes look like?" And I describe the runes.
Okay. Percy, do you speak eluran?
The wall here
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah.
to get a
Right.
Hold on, but one thing at a time.
Percy does not speak eluran.
I'm sorry, I said Percy. I meant Mumu. Matt, one thing at a time. Can you go back where you were? Do you speak eluran, Mumu, or do you
No.
have proficiency in Arcana or History?
Let's see. I believe I do. Hold on, let me load that up. That part. History.
Okay.
I have proficiency in history.
Okay, so no check needed. You can determine that these runes are Eluran notations for some kind of magic spell, but something about the order doesn't make sense.
I relay that to the group, and does anyone know? Well, I looked at the Elurans. Oh, do either of you two know Eluran? Because I think maybe you can take a look.
But of course.
Derby, now if you want to move, you can.
I know lots of things, but I
sticky
also
gripping
don't know what I
along the
know.
wall.
Okay.
You'll get a
I'll
better-
go
As Derby
Percy.
steps up to the wall, now, again, I should have said this before. We as players can see the platform beyond, but you can't see it because there's a
Yeah, 'cause
wall
there's
with
the
the
wall there.
lights on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay. Two things happen simultaneously. The first is that I'm going to show you the runes, where they are, and
The second is that we all heal
I
full.
will tell you the second one in a moment.
The room of
I
healing
bet.
darkness.
Yeah.
Smush, smush,
It's
smush.
the room of a really good nap.
Those don't look like those are great.
Okay. So that's what the runes look like.
Okay. And they're in these inset stone thingies.
Derby, now that you're close to them, you and Mumu can see that they appear to be set into stones. And as you notice this, you hear a scraping. And I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
You stepped on the floor.
I didn't step on the floor.
You got close to the runes.
Wait, you climbed along the wall?
Yeah.
I
walked
see.
along the wall
But-
to get a better view.
He's got sticky fingers.
Initiative.
Oh,
Sticky
I
feet.
don't know where it is.
But you did just set off the trap.
So 16
guess so.
for Percy.
Unless I also
Percy?
did.
That's about being cocky.
Well, yeah, because I felt like we were both equally close. Because I was.
No, you're in front of the room.
Give me
I
your
am
initiative,
half the way.
folks.
That's fine.
Roll initiative.
I did.
Y'all.
17.
Tell me what it is.
Oh, I thought we
17.
were waiting to go in order.
Ready, Derby. 17, I got you.
22.
2. Orius.
7.
Oh, really?
Suzo.
7.
7. Who has the higher dex?
Suzo. By a bit.
Okay. All right. Now, as Derby gets close to the runes, something feels wrong about the room now. Everybody make a perception check.
Ooh.
23.
3.
21.
8. 6.
12.
12. And?
Cherry does not hit.
7.
Okay. Those of you who rolled over a 14, as you sort of listen and something feels very, very wrong, you notice in the walls, the parallel walls, something mechanical starts to turn and scrape.
Hey, does it look like those walls are moving in? It sounds like walls are moving.
They are
I can't
not-
see, but walls might be moving.
They are not moving yet. If anyone would like to kind of look around and figure out what's going on, that's fine. But because there is one more thing, as you are looking at the runes, again, you do notice that they appear to be stones set into divots, and there is also a poem written on the door above. And let's see. The poem is written in eluran. Sorry, I shouldn't have handed that over. But anyone who
I read
is kind of
eluran.
near it, you can, you can read what it says. And it says, for our friends on the stream, "Star of warmth, bring the day. Quiet friend, night thy prey. Promising guide, lead the way." And in initiative order, you can start to decide what to do. So up first is Jerby, Mumu on deck.
Has anyone read this out loud?
I don't know. Orius,
No,
did you read it
you're
out
first
loud?
in
I'll let you do it ahead
initiative.
of initiative if you want.
Oh, very good.
So yeah, from the back of the room, just squinting and making it out. I'll read out the poem to everybody. The Star of Warmth, bring... there's no other context to Eluran, right? Like, it's just this? Okay. So, Star of Warmth, bring the day. Quiet friend, night thy prey. Promising guide, light all way.
Okay.
And that is written on the door above. And to answer your question about, like, is there anything special about it? It seems to be sort of archaic in the same way that if we were to read Shakespeare, we'd be able to understand it, but it's like a little archaic.
Yeah.
So hearing that, do any of these symbols, from an arcane perspective, evoke the promising guide?
Are you touching any of them?
I'm just looking at them and recalling my wizard knowledge.
Roll an arcana.
Because I've known about the promising guide, so presumably one is the promising guide, one is the guiding star, and one is the
Promising guide is the guiding star.
or in the poem.
Roll your check. Roll your check.
Star of warmth.
Arcana check, please.
Star of Warmth would be the sun.
Right. So trying to figure out which one is which. 21.
Okay. With a 21, you do identify that the blue one does appear to be pretty star-like. And sorry, did you have guesses on the other one?
I was thinking probably the Star of Warmth is the glowing red. This is the night, the quiet friend one. Because it's
You're not so sure about that one, but also as a reminder, you notice that they are set into divots, and with that check, you wonder whether that matters.
like they're in the wall set into divots.
Can you move them at all?
Okay, so actually, since we're in initiative, I forgot that we were in initiative. That's going to be your turn making those checks. So next up, in terms of deciding something to do, is Mumu.
Okay. Did you say anything?
So, I'm like looking at him and I go, one is each of these words from poem. I think this is promising guide.
Okay. I'm going to try to take this one out, put it here, take this one out, and put it here.
Okay.
I do that with my turn?
As you touch the pink rune, you feel a strong emotion kind of wash over you. As you touch the pink rune stone, a sense of tranquility washes over you. Oh, sorry. Did you do purple first or pink?
I did purple first.
Okay, I'll let you kind of do a touch with each hand as your turn. So the pink stone gives you a sense of tranquility. The purple stone stirs comfortable feelings of warmth. And are you taking them out, or are you just touching them?
I'm switching their spots.
Okay, I'll allow it.
You know what? I can only hold one, so I am gonna grab the middle one and
Pull it out of the divot,
Pull it
and
out
you
of the
see that
divot.
carved in the divot underneath is an image of a moon.
So I'm standing in front of the one on the left, and I'm gonna say to the group, could someone grab this one and put it in the middle? And I point to that.
Okay,
one.
that's your turn. Percy, you're up next.
And I'll ready an action to like put it in if someone.
Okay.
Oh, Percy can't move far enough.
What are you doing?
It's also darkness.
Yeah, Percy like
It
just
is dark.
goes forward because he can hear voices. 25 feet, because that's his.
Straightforward.
Yep,
All right.
and that's all Percy can do.
And as a reminder, for those of you who can't see in magical darkness, you do see the glow of the runes, and you see the glow of the poem written across. That's why Orius was able to read it, but you can't see much of anything. The rest of it is just what you're hearing.
Well, let's just use the action to get all the way there.
Okay. Percy's at the wall. Next up is Suzo.
I help. I go help.
5,
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're now up at the wall.
Okay.
Are you going to do what Mumu said and grab the other stone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as an action, you pull the pink one, and again, it fills you with a sense of tranquility. I will say taking the pink one is going to be your action. And next up is going to be Orius.
Okay. I'm going to just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll just stand here, and the wall is pretty occupied.
You can like switch
So
places
I'm
with
gonna
Percy.
just look
You can move
left.
past it friendly if you
Can
want.
I
I'm gonna
pass
look
you my
right.
thing?
But also in my mind, I don't really know what's happening with these stones, so I'm just going to shout into the darkness, "Good job, everyone!" And I'm going to take the defensive.
Are you going to give us a fighter's inspiration?
I mean, as much as I can.
Yeah, it mechanically
Alright.
does nothing.
That is Arius's turn.
Can I turn around and give it in the hand Rise?
I don't want.
Arius
I
on
can't see
his
you.
turn can choose to take them from you. You can see the glow, but that would be up to Arius because it's not your turn, Suzo.
Yeah.
Do you do anything with
No,
that?
I end my turn now.
All right. As we hit the bottom of the initiative track, again you hear the rumbling of the walls as they move 5 feet closer to you.
What happens
and
to our lizard friend here?
Derby, because
Well, I'm on the wall.
oh, that's true. You are on the wall, so nothing happens to you.
Well, which wall were you on?
damage.
God,
He's on that one.
God.
Yep.
Can we do
That's
that?
right. Okay. The walls have moved.
Oh yeah, battle now.
Sorry.
Battle cam?
Oh, battle cam. I forgot.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
These are great, by
The
the
walls
way.
have moved in. Thank you. The walls have moved in, but they are continuing to move slowly. Slowly. You think that if you spend too much time in this room, you will become much thinner than you are, as the great wizard Han Solo said once. We are back up to the top of initiative, and Derby.
So all of them are out now.
No.
No, the blue one is still set in its thing.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll take the blue one out.
Okay, as you touch the blue runestone, you feel a deep emotion, a spark of hope as you touch it. And if you take it out, you can pull it off there and see what's underneath.
So that's the promising. Okay. So the first one is gonna be the bottom symbol.
Okay, so your action was pulling the thing out. You can study it a bit, but is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
You wanted me to take one from you?
No. I asked someone to take this one and put it in there.
The
And
colored ones are the ones that are moving around. The gray things are the divots.
Yeah.
Suzo has it.
Okay. All right. Then I guess that's it. I'll hold on to this one until I can put it in the other spot.
Okay, Mumu.
Alright, so I am going to put mine into this spot. Whoa! I'm sorry.
The purple one you're putting in the middle.
No,
Oh,
the
sorry,
purple
the-
one I'm holding, putting it on the left.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn to the right, and I say, put those two back in the one in front of you. Because I think the poem's left to right, and
As
Oh,
you set the
dear.
purple one above on the stone divot, it does seem to fit nicely into place.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Percy.
Color spray.
And Percy just creates dancing lights that go around in like a circle and kind of highlights the one for Suzo to put in the correct scent one.
I duck hearing this in the
Very
darkness.
good. I'll allow Arias to duck for free.
I'll
I'll use my reaction.
It might be
Yeah,
a
there
good.
you go.
It might be a good reason for that Arias talks. We'll know. We'll find out. Hold on.
Hoping to pull a flat dexterity saving throw instead of a disadvantage. Because we're in the dark.
We're in the door.
We can see.
No, this is magical darkness.
No, you can only
Never
see
mind.
you can only see the glow of the runes.
So you were
So
able to see it. That's how you got over there.
Oh, this just affects me. For the next minute, all my spells with the casting time of one action have a casting time of a bonus action.
Isn't that
Hey,
nice?
Fast Percy.
all right. Anything else, Percy?
Nope.
Perky
Suzo.
Percy.
This one.
I look to see what everyone else is looking at me to do.
There's a bright
I
pink
walk
light ring going around the center.
slowly, Well, and I'm still looking around. And I'm like,
Percy has shown you what to do with his lights.
okay.
The pink one slots neatly into the divot with the moon shape. Anything else, Suzu?
And the walls.
Yeah, go ahead and move that into place. It really does seem to be an excellent fit.
Yeah.
Arias.
I am excellent.
So where I am and seeing these things go into place, the little runes beginning to line up nicely. The only one left is this like blue one that's hanging on over here. I can't see the lizard, I just see a floating rune. So I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna try to just use my paw to just shove the stone into place.
Okay. As you feel a Grinch paw on your hands, do you allow this to happen, Derby?
Yeah.
All right. And Arias pushes the blue rune into the divot with the stone, and it again seems to click nicely.
And I
As you do that, you see above the door a passcode appears. I shouldn't have said the word passcode. Something that you think, I don't know, maybe you should read it. Appears above the door. Make any spellcaster who is looking at it can automatically read what it says. Anyone who's fluent in eluran can make a DC 14 intelligence check. Arcana to see if you can read it.
Percy has perfect recall.
15.
15, okay. How about you, Suzo?
18.
18, okay. And everybody else is a caster?
Oh, technically, Suzo's a
Oh,
caster,
Suzo
too.
is a caster. Okay, so all of you
17.
can read an incantation.
Yeah.
And it says Talaka Shtor.
Oh, no bilingual.
So you can read it now. And as this light illuminates, it is the wall's turn. And the walls slowly creak forward 5 more feet
Ka-chunk.
towards you.
What does Talakash mean?
So I was in a spot.
As a spellcaster, you recognize it as like an incantation.
I was in a spot, and so were
So Derby's riding the wall.
Jeremy's around the wall. So Orius and I got shunted. What happens to us?
Let's see. So, make a dexterity save. Who else? Sorry, who else gets shot?
Arias.
Arias, make a dex save.
16.
Okay. And Mumu?
20, 30.
Okay. So both of you are bumped by the walls, but because you sort of have understood that they're moving, you are able to retain your feet and you don't take any damage. Okay, we are up to the top of the round. Derby, as I mentioned, you recognize Talakesh Tor as a spell incantation. What would you like to do?
Do I know what the spell is?
You think it probably relates to what's happening in this room.
So we've put them all in, and it hasn't stopped and it hasn't opened, but an incantation has
Correct.
appeared on the wall.
That's very correct, yes.
And I guess I want to try to see, like, I use my action to figure out what the incantation could.
Okay, you use your action and make an Arcana check.
What's your intelligence score?
20.
Probably.
I
What'd you get?
mean, not high. 14.
Okay, it was a DC 5. You can tell that this is the incantation that will stop the walls.
Oh, so I can just say it?
Yeah.
Oh, so incantations.
I thought it was like a
incant it.
like a ward glyph or something. I don't know.
well, now you know.
I say it.
I turned to
Okay,
Percy
as a
and
reaction, Derby says it, and the walls grind to a halt. Well done, you have solved the pressing pitfall. Cool. What would you like to do now?
Go down the next platform.
Does the thing come down in front of us?
Sorry, yes,
Nice.
the wall slides down.
Okay.
And I guess we'll just all get on the platform.
Go
And I will turn to
platform.
Derby and I said, "Oh, good job, Derby."
It's pitch black and magical darkness, so none of us.
Oh, is it still
Derby
magical
just
darkness?
staring
Now
at
that
the-
the thing is, the magical darkness holds, but now that the door is down, you can see the red glow of the platform.
All right, everyone, move along. We all get on the platform. Do we all get on the platform?
Yeah. Okay. And
For sure.
it descends. You have bested the pressing pitfall. Okay. As you descend down, we are going to take another very, very short break so we can set up what you see next. So bear with us. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, and we'll be
More
right back.
space.
Setting up a role-play encounter.
Okay, and welcome back. We have set up the fourth floor that our friends have arrived down at. As the elevator thing arrives down on this landing, you see in front of you a room with 40-foot long walls. The ceiling is vaulted. It reaches about 35 feet at its peak, and you don't see any exits. What you do see is a room that is lined with bookcases. It looks like it was some sort of study. You can see desks and chairs, and the room is strewn with papers and books, but all of it looks incredibly ancient. The papers are moldering. No one has been here studying for a very, very long time. In the center of the room, you see a pedestal with a small bag of sand sitting on it, and standing in front of that pedestal is a statue. The statue looks like an ancient eluran sort of representation of a cat, similar to what you saw in the mural above. It has a gaping hole in its chest, which is empty, and the statue is just standing there. What would you like to do?
Mumu, give me the heart.
Here.
Is it still glowing at all?
It's very, very faint.
I'm going to go and try to insert it into the slot of the thing.
Do all of you follow Derby into the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to open the present.
It's a bag of sand. I just thought the present was funny.
Percy's gonna go paw through some of the books.
Okay, so you guys all move yourselves into where you are.
Would you mind putting Percy over by the bookshelf closest to you?
This one?
Yeah.
I'm putting it in, but I'm ready to take it right back out.
Okay. Let's get everybody to where they are as Derby cautiously approaches the pedestal.
The robot.
The robot.
So,
Oh, you're putting it in the robot.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
'cause
are you sure?
I'm gonna go with Derby for this, for sure.
As you go to put it in, I'm gonna say, oh, are you sure? Because I think the Blue Rose said that they took it from the pedestal, and I'll point to they said they
Yes,
swapped it with the bag of sand.
It is to power the construct. While there is still some left, I would like to see what it does before returning it to the pedestal.
Okay.
Can we just, do our job and not do that?
Percy wants to look for an operating manual.
Okay, Percy, look around for an operating manual.
Before
For
we
free,
place
you
that
don't find one.
Is there anything that we know about what this will do upon activation?
It will perform its assigned duties.
And do you know what this is?
What if its duty is to destroy trespassers?
Precisely.
Yeah.
It would be strange to then have it protecting something upon which it relies.
Percy is still looking through a bunch of books.
Does it look like it's got enough juice to get... Wait, I don't know.
I am trying to find out.
Just because this is in the center of the room does not mean it is the most important thing. It may not be guarding that.
It would not function without this, as it does now. If this was on the pedestal, that was not protecting it.
I'm going to look around. Is there anything aside from just this pedestal and robot of interest? Are there things that I could power? Like,
For free, it's bookcases and bookshelves. This is very obviously some sort of library or room of study. You don't notice anything just by looking around that might be useful. Is that what you're doing, Jerby?
looks like it.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and stick it on the front there in his chest cavity.
Chest cavity.
Oh, nice.
And as this happens,
Museum buddy to the rescue. Or maybe not.
Okay. As this happens, the statue remains stationary. The heart does continue to glow faintly, and behind you, you hear the elevator grinding down, and you hear someone call, "Stop!" And it is indeed Nadia and her team, and she says, "It belongs in a museum." And before you can stop to wonder how they caught up to you so quickly, everybody roll initiative and go ahead and
They're bandits. They know the bandit routes.
Hey! Sorry, I just did that really loud into the mic.
Yep.
Any chance that we have a chance to do anything as we hear the elevator come up, like cast any prep spells?
I will let you have an action for free as the elevator comes down.
Oh boy, that's.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm not gonna. Ooh.
You come hold me?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Me? Okay.
An action is a whole ass spell.
I know where you can move.
If
I'll
it,
let you do a prep action.
You and me are
Something to get ready.
They gotta
That's
go
what I was
through the
trying to do.
elurans.
That's what my.
Don't fuck me on
that's
this, Matt.
That's what my.
like, is the spell cast time one action?
I'm gonna turn around for our preparation. I'm going to say,
Yeah,
Suzo.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like,
The way you asked that question,
no, I'm just saying like,
No, just wait.
I could. They're in a very,
you can't
We'll
ritual
say,
cast.
okay, so
very beneficial spot right now.
you have time as the elevator descends. We'll say that the action that you can take, you can't really see them just yet. You can hear Nadia calling from above. Stop. What are you doing?
Joe.
Well, we have. Did we roll for initiative?
You need to roll for initiative. What I'm saying is I gave you a free, like, get ready action. So if you're going to do that, do it now.
Yeah.
And tell me your initiative.
Yeah.
10 for Orius.
Orius.
21 for Percy.
All right. Derby.
23.
3. Mumu.
4
Okay. And Suzo.
2 to 1.
and
22.
22.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Battle
I'm
game
learning my numbers.
Okay.
as. Oh, do you want to
Go
know?
ahead and report out on what you've done to get ready as the lift descends.
I can't do it because it would break it.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else doing something simple and preparatory as the elevator descends?
I'm just pulling Suzo over to kind of block them into this elevator.
Percy's out there having an epiphany about spellcasting.
Okay, top of the round. Derby, you get to go first.
Can I cast a hero's?
Now you have to. Okay. Sorry, you took too long. Derby, you're up.
I would like to take out can I say, everybody get out of the way and ready to cast Lehman's tiny hut
You sure can.
in front of the door here.
Sure.
It's a 10-foot, yeah.
Okay, are you doing anything other than saying everybody get out of the way?
Everybody get out of the way, I can get them. And
Okay.
take out
Got
the
it.
scroll.
That is what Derby says. I am really regretting letting you have all these things. Suzo, you are up.
It's also just wizard.
What just happened?
He said everybody get out of the way.
Are they
Oh,
at
but
the
he
bottom?
didn't cast it yet.
He hasn't done
No,
anything.
I
Thank you.
readied to cast Lehman's tiny hut once everyone has.
Can we see them now?
You can see them now. The lift has descended. Suzo, you are up.
I'm gonna stab everything that I can.
So straight ahead.
You have to pick something to stab.
Straight ahead.
Yep. And actually, this is a good opportunity as you're looking to just describe what you see. So the companions are Nadia, who is this cat. Errol is this foxy kind of looking guy.
Vulpin.
A Vulpin, yes. Mateo, the Frost Sage, is a goat.
Chopper.
And then right in front of you is Haley, who is a Gerbine. And her mini is definitely not an Ahsoki with a gun. That's its fantasy. She's holding a lute.
It's an arcane focus.
So, Suzo, directly in front of you is a fluffy Gerbine.
Nope. I more. Rapier.
Make your attack.
So, roll your attack on Haley.
5. And
What's up?
13.
13 does not hit. I'm afraid she bats your rapier aside. Anything else, Suzo?
Gonna spit on her.
Sure. Reaction spit. And she's like... Next up is Percy.
Oh, look out! And that's the only verbal component Percy uses as he begins to cast something that he's heard about in tales, and he just knows it's bad news. Sleet Storm is really scary. He's seen it be used. And what instead happens is a fireball.
Okay.
So that's a deck save, please.
From everyone?
And
or-
where is that centered, my friend?
In the back of the elevator.
Oh no.
Okay. And what's the radius on fire?
20.
Any of your friends?
Yep.
Does it hit?
You got the templates over there, my peeps.
Good luck.
It's fine. I don't think. Are you in it?
I, like,
You're currently in it.
struggle
Do you
with
take a
that
step
every
back?
Hold on.
My fingernails
Yeah.
too.
I have none, so it's just, yeah, it's impossible.
Sorry.
You can do it.
Alright, yeah, I guess as part as like casting the spell, Percy takes 2 steps back.
Sure.
So Percy's next to Jeremy now.
Okay. And who are you hitting the kitties as well?
I am hitting the kitties, of
Yes.
course.
Kitties. And do you have anything that is going to protect them?
It's a heightened spell, so
Nope. Dexterity saving throw, you say?
it's a dex save.
Okay, let me roll that.
And hold on, let me see how many people. And I'm giving disadvantage to
The one in the back.
Nice,
Nadia.
you're good.
Nadia. I wanted to say Naomi, but I knew that was
I'm
Okay.
probably not.
Dex save, you say. So Nadia gets a 16.
Is that with disadvantage?
Oh, sorry. She gets a 12.
Then that doesn't not make it. They need to hit a 16 or higher.
Thank you. With disadvantage.
Only for Nadia. I only can give disadvantage to one person.
Okay. All right. So Errol succeeds. Please. Oh my God.
Not like this.
Errol succeeds. Mateo succeeds. Haley fails. All right. So we've got.
How about you guys?
Here.
What was the DC?
16.
Saved, failed.
Oh no!
But in real life, it's the opposite.
So how much damage?
I'm gonna roll on the phone because that's a lot of dice.
Whiskers.
Yeah.
Okay, the phone doesn't like me too much. It's 26. 26 points of fire damage.
26 points of fire damage.
And on a failure, it's 26, and on a success, it's 13.
I'm so sorry. Did Nadia pass or fail?
Failed.
And Orius and
Orius failed and is now at 20 HP.
okay. And
Suzo succeeded and is now at 7, you said? Was that? Or was off?
13.
13. And is now at 16 HP.
Oh no!
Okay. Anything else, Percy?
Everything in that radius is on fire.
Like literally on fire.
On fire.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Everyone is on fire. Nadia, all the fur, they're patting at their fur. They're like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Also, according to the spell's description, the fire spreads around corners. It ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Cool. There is a lot of paper in here.
Yeah.
There it is.
So, consider all of this to be just.
An inferno.
Yeah,
whole
there's a
little
lot of
area,
fire happening. Okay. All right, well, I think Percy's done enough damage. Next up, you hear a creaking and groaning from the construct, and you notice that the heart is going brighter and brighter, but that is all that happens right now. Next up is Nadia.
Sit in the back like a.
Nadia is going to bound forward with a whip in one hand and a dagger in the other. And Nadia is going to. She can't bound forward, can
she
she?
can't.
You guys are
We're-
just trapping them in there.
There's a reason the cats are in the front.
Got all my sharps out.
Okay, so Nadia is going to take
leaving
out
tiny
one of her
cats.
daggers and throw it at Suzo. She's gonna be like, "Get out of my way! I want my thing back."
How is she still drunk?
She drank on the way over.
I was gonna ask, like, at what
Nadia.
point
You're
And
way
drunk.
you got over.
Okay, does a 19 hit? Okay,
No.
and that is gonna be.
Were you drunk when you came down here the first time?
Explains a lot of the
That is
blood.
going to be 6 piercing damage. And then she is going to throw a second dagger at you. And be like, I mean it, give it back. I don't know why I'm still drunk, I just am. And that is going to be another 5 piercing damage.
Ooh.
What can I do in retaliation?
Do you have any reactions?
Can
That's
I-
Nadia. And then as a free action, she's going to call to Errol, who is also in the bag. Errol, find a way to get through! And that is Nadia's turn. Next up is Errol, the fox guy in the back. He's holding a sword. Boy. He is gonna try to. Let's see. I'm gonna say he's gonna switch places with Nadia. Will we allow that?
Nadia?
You can switch
Or
places
sorry,
with
no,
a
switch
teammate,
places
right?
with,
Is that a?
with
or is that
Haley
a
the
feat?
mouse. Yeah.
I believe it's.
Oh, that's a Starfinder feat.
Yeah, but
We'll say that he uses his
think
action
it's
to do that.
also,
How's that?
yeah.
Okay, and so
like
he
swap.
does that, and he sort of is like, and he pulls his sword and his shield out, and he's kind of taking a defensive stance, and he's gonna take the dodge action.
Still good. Still good.
Yep. All right, next up is Orius.
Okay, so
Gonna fuck everyone up.
yeah, I'm gonna take a deep breath. There's this goat person in front of me,
Mateo, the frost sage.
so I will whip out my sword and I will turn to Suzo and I will say, Suzo, get to safety, and I will attack this goat person first.
Oh,
First attack is going to be only a 9.
Does not hit.
Second one is going to be much better at a 23.
Okay, 23 hits.
That is only going to be 5 points of slashing damage, but I am going to burn a superiority die, and I'm going to make that a menacing attack.
Okay. What does that do?
ugh.
And so they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
That succeeds. So they're not frightened of me, but because we took our short rest, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to burn my action surge, and I'm going to attack 2 more times against this guy.
Mateo.
Yeah. First one, that is a natural 20.
Nice.
And with that natural 20, that is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
I'll burn another, what's it called? Superiority die. And for this, I am going to use, I had one more thing. No, I'm just going to use menacing again. So wisdom saving throw.
That's an 8.
An 8, that is a failure. So they're frightened.
Yeah.
All right. He was frightened of you, and that means he can't move towards you, right?
Correct. So they are frightened of me, I believe, until the end of my next turn.
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Okay.
And then the final attack,
So I'm gonna pause you for a second because you notice him sort of like he's really suffering, but you see him sort of have a glow from within as he uses his surge of vigor to recover some hit points. And he is looking a bit better than he was before.
I was about to swing at the other person in front of Suzo, but now I'll turn my attention back to them. Final attack against them again.
Okay.
That is going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that will deal 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Mateo, even with the healing that he got, collapses in a heap. He is
Nice.
down for the count.
From behind, you hear like,
Anything else, Orius?
That is all that I. That was. Yeah, I'll just stand right there. Yeah, we'll just stand right there.
Okay. All right. Well, it is Mateo's turn, but he's down and sort of making pitiful little baa-ing noises.
Bah.
He's very sad that he didn't get to cast any of his spells. Next up is Mumu.
There's only one lizard.
He's a frost sage.
I love that starting formations of casters in front and
That's what I get for handing the minis to Matt and saying, "Here, place these." No, I know. Whoever. Mumu, what are you doing?
I am going to say, now you see us, now you don't. And then I'm gonna hold up my shield and channel divinity, invocation of night. The fires are sources of mundane light, would you say, right?
Sure.
It extinguishes all the fire
hey!
within 30 feet.
Bravo.
Because it extinguishes all sources of mundane or magical light.
Fantastic.
And then additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet that doesn't have total cover must make a con saving throw. So DC 16 con saving throw.
Okay. For each of them. Okay. That's pretty good because I was going to make it a lair action for everyone to take burning damage. That's okay.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
What's the DC on the
16
please? 16 con.
Constitution.
Okay, Haley gets a 5. Nadia passes. Errol gets a 10, and so he fails, and Mateo is just sad.
So the two that failed are blinded for 5 rounds. They get a chance to make a new saving throw at the end of their turn.
So Haley and Errol are... Oh, no, sorry. Haley and... Yes, Errol are blinded.
And also, it's like now... It's now dark. Was this room lit before?
Yes, there were those red sconces that I mentioned along the walls.
Oh, okay.
The red sconces from earlier, I didn't...
Okay, those are also extinguished. So the room is now effectively dark.
Magically or mundanely?
I'd probably say magically.
Okay. Cool.
Oh no,
Anything else?
sorry. It's normal darkness, but because I magically extinguished the light, but the darkness is normal.
So creatures with dark vision are fine.
Yes.
Noted. All right, unless they're blinded, of course. Anything else, Mumu?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Nice. Next up is Haley. And she goes, Mateo, no! And she moves to kind of stand over him. So mechanically what's happening is she's just in Mateo's space now, we'll say.
Walking
And
Nadia in, I love it.
she goes, how could you do this to him? And she takes out, let's see, she is going to...
Oh, he'll get back up eventually.
She's like, I know it's Pokemon rules, but he can't do anything right now. And she is going to cast Dancing Lights to illuminate the room.
Okay.
And that is Haley's turn.
What's the color of Haley's color spray?
We'll say it's just kind of nice white light.
Okay.
That's boring.
That's Haley's turn, and she's like, you're boring. Next up is top of the round. It is Derby. Derby, not everybody listened to you when you told them to move out of the way.
In fact, nobody.
Does anything happen to the... You said it starts to glow? Is it like it's regaining power by being in the machine? Okay, well, I want to know, so.
You're making a check to find out? Okay, so you definitely hear things spinning up inside the statue. You see the heart beginning to glow, and based on what you learned last session with your identify spell, you know that the purpose of the heart is to power a construct, and you think probably power it is.
So
Powering
even
it
with
is.
that little amount of energy left, it's powered enough
You
to...
can tell that is what's happening, yes.
Okay, cool.
You know what, that's for free. You can go ahead and take a turn.
Oh, okay. I am going to take out my other scroll and be like, these nincompoops. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one. Erupting Earth.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, so
yeah,
walk
dark
me
vision?
through what happens
Oh, wait, never mind.
now.
I do.
she
Got it,
eliminated the space
Errol.
again.
So they are all gonna... Hold on,
I think
gotta
me and
pull it up.
Suzu also.
My closet.
Doop bop boop bop. Sorry, I gotta pull it up because I don't have it on my spell list.
Actually, it might just be a 10-foot radius. I can't remember now.
10 foot would still get
No.
you if he has it centered around the.
Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, it depends on what you put right here.
Erupting Earth. There it is. Alright, choose a point you can see on the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point.
Cube.
Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful. Additionally, the ground in that area becomes difficult terrain until cleared.
Okay.
I want it noted that
And
Percy
are
moved.
Suzo and Orius, Orius with
Oh, yeah.
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah, because I kind of have to point it like right here since that's all darkness beyond.
Oh, if it's right there.
Oh, I think you actually get yourself in that too, my guy.
No, because it's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah,
so
20
it's
foot cube would
1,
get.
2, 3, 4. It's right in front of
It's
me. This.
I think
Oh man.
right on this point right here.
Yeah. It's a 20.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So it gets everyone.
And what's the DC on that dex save?
16.
Alright, it is. You gotta make a dexterity save.
Right.
Yep.
Haley.
Yep, you put +7 to whatever you roll. So close.
Oh, it's cocked. You gotta roll again.
Would you say that
That's
this?
19.
It's cocked.
Nadia
Roll
failed.
again.
For what it's worth,
Just a
I could have
second.
just done Lehman's tiny hut, and
It'll affect your rolls.
it's an evocation,
And Earl
but this
failed.
one's not.
Okay.
So you guys,
Say again.
Did either these two succeed?
No.
Okay, never mind.
You just gotta roll it.
Orius and
again.
Suzo,
Rounds
make
and
your
go.
dex checks.
17 for Suzo and 15 for.
Okay, so Suzo takes half damage, everybody else takes full, and what's the bludgeoning damage there?
Oh no.
Suzo's going down.
Oh no.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
oh boy,
Susan's gone.
oh boy, 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Percy's.
And for Suzo, that is halved to...
Wow.
Doesn't matter. Hitting 0 with the 5
12.
points of health left. And how much was it?
Oh, you were at 5. I'm sorry.
It was 25. Half
Percy's
to
gonna be
12.
taking his
I'm 0
for his
too.
potion.
Okay.
Oh no! I only have one potion.
Okay.
It's okay. I have.
I gave you another one, I thought.
I used one.
Bonus action to give potions, right?
Sure.
Is it?
That's what we've
Yeah,
done
yeah.
for Oberon
Sorry.
House Crew.
House rule bonus action to
Okay.
drink a potion, yes,
Okay.
or to administer one.
Okay, then I'm gonna be like, walk. I have to take extra movement because this is now difficult terrain. But I walk over and I'm like stepping over the rocks, like uncork one of them, be like, boop, just
I
kinda
solved
pour
the
it
problem
over.
that I created.
And that's on Suzo.
This one's on Orius to start.
Oh, not even me. I'm still dead.
Actually, no.
Dead.
I'm gonna do Suzo because I can reach over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to confirm, you both are down, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But now
still prone.
Okay. And what's how much healing do you administer?
it's 1d4 plus 4. So do you want to roll it or
I
no?
think it's
Oh,
2d4.
Is it?
No, it's
Is this
base.
a regular healing potion
Base
or greater?
healing potion is 1d4.
It's just a regular, right?
Okay, go ahead and roll the healing.
So you get
healing spells.
7 points
They're a
of
little better.
HP back.
7.
Okay, anything else, Derby?
I just used my extra movement to go back and watch what the Robit's doing.
Okay. Next up is Suzo. You are currently prone but alive. If you like, you can stand up and you can move a little bit, but not as much as you might have been able to after that.
I'm gonna go to my daddy apprentice and just sing songs, courage, wisdoms, and curings, especially the cure.
And what are you doing mechanically?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Okay. So for cure wounds, I think you're rolling 2d4.
Is Cure Wounds 2d4 or is it d8?
I don't remember. You took my phone.
I'll look it up too. We'll see
Who gets fastest?
D8 plus your
1d8
spell.
plus spellcasting
So
modifier.
roll this.
Don't be a Dan. Oh, doesn't matter.
Nice.
Hey!
9. Very
Nine.
good.
Okay.
Max-
Arias's eyes
max healing
flutter open
damage.
and he is
Yeah.
back up. Anything else,
Max
Suzo?
undamage.
Anything else, Susan?
Can I give any barbs to anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
2.
Nadia.
No.
Sorry. You want to give
No,
what?
you
Never
can
mind.
give an inspiration, a bardic inspiration. A barb?
Inspiration.
No, that would be an action, but inspiration, yeah.
Okay, who am I closest to that needs inspiration?
Mumu's right behind you. Arias is prone on the ground next to you.
Arias. Tiger it!
And just wakes up.
And you have inspiration. Okay.
It's like
Next up.
the Matrix scene where Neo wakes up.
Next up is Percy.
I'm sorry! Percy's created a situation. Percy's gonna go as fast as he can, which isn't very fast because difficult terrain, and get right behind Orius. And then kind of like, is it an action to hand the potion, or is it a bonus action to hand a potion?
It's a bonus action to like administer it, so you can pour it down his little kitty.
I don't want
if you like.
to. I'm not administering. I'm giving it to Suzo.
That's a bonus action. That's okay.
Cool. Here.
Another healing potion back in your hand.
Okay.
And then he's gonna look over. He's like, "You shouldn't have taken it in the first place. It doesn't belong to you." And with righteous anger,
Yeah, oh,
dex save
shit.
from the guy in front. That Errol? Yeah.
Yeah, Errol, he's a little.
For
He's
some reason.
blinded, so likely has disadvantage if he needs to see the spell to make the deck save.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. So that is gonna be even with disadvantage. That is a 19.
No, nothing happened.
He shakes it off in kind of a foxy little way.
Oh.
Anything else, Percy?
No, thankfully nothing actually happens.
All right. Next up, you hear from deep inside this construct. I've got a sound effect. I don't know if it's loud enough.
Yep.
And the heart glows brighter and brighter as the construct comes to its eyes start glowing red, and it sort of turns in place. And the first person it sees as it turns is Mumu. Nope, he turns the other way. And to Mumu, he performs a slam attack.
Oh no.
Yes. Okay. Mumu does a 22 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
We
gonna
have a
be
flashback to both you and Arias putting hands on Jarvie and being like, "Are you sure?"
10 points of bludgeoning damage. As you can tell, there's no intelligence behind the eyes. It's attacking wildly. Someone had stolen the heart. It's returned now, and it's duty bound to protect the temple. I was about to be like, anything else, construct? No, I'm a construct. Next up is Nadia. She is real pissy, but she still can't get out of this freaking elevator. And so she, since Haley is a bit shorter, she takes out her whip and slashes it forward at Suzo. And Suzo Suzo does a 19 hit. Okay. So she slashes once for 8 points of damage.
Maybe I should have poured it down your throat.
And Suzo's
And then
down.
Suze down already just with the 8.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Shit, are you okay? You okay?
No, that sounded
It sounded worse than it was. Excellent. Okay. All right. So Nadia furiously, she does have a multi-attack, but she can't reach anybody else with her whip. So she just calls out at you. What do you mean it belongs here? Museum. It belongs in a museum. I want my payday. I want to retire. And as a free action, she pulls out a flask and is like, there's nothing in the flask. All right, next up is Errol. And Errol, hearing Nadia call this, he notices that she's not looking super awesome, and he is going to lay on hands. He's going to reach back to lay on hands on Nadia.
He's a paladin.
And he's a pally boy, and he is going. Oops. Please. There we go. He is going to heal her.
you might want to turn down.
Use it?
Yeah.
He's laying on hands on her, and so he's gonna heal her a bit, and Nadia is looking a bit better. He still can't really move, so he's just again gonna bare his teeth and go, nobody can best the companions of the Blue Rose, he says, and still in good spirits despite really not looking too good. And next up is Orius
DC 16 con save
for,
to see if he's still blinded.
oh, thank you. Okay, that is a 19.
Pass. He's now not blinded.
Okay. Alright. Arrow. So no longer blinded. Very good. Okay. Alright, Orius, you are up.
So I'm going to stand up using half my movement, and I'm going to turn over my shoulder and say, "Take the heart out, quick!" Turn back, and I'm going to take 2 attacks against Haley, who's right in front of me. First one is going to be a natural 20.
Nice.
And that is going to be 12, 16 points of slashing damage.
Haley had 1 hit point. She is down. Collapsing
down.
on top of Mateo's body, even at, or
Take
his-
a nap together.
his slumbering form. She kind of, she's still trying to protect him with her body as best she can, but Haley goes down. Anything else, Orius?
I will take my second attack now against Errol.
Okay.
Can you be the big spoon if you are
That is only
mechanically
going to
small?
be a 14 to hit,
Trying
but I
to
will
hit
use my
for
inspiration.
Yes.
That is going to be a 20 to hit,
Hits.
and that will be 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, Errol is looking rough, but he is still up.
And I would like to use one of my superiority dice to provoke a wisdom saving throw from Errol.
Okay, that's gonna be a 13.
That is a failure. They are frightened. As I point the sword at them and I say, "Yield!" And the fur, all furry and big.
He is very frightened, and you notice something you haven't seen from Errol before. He seems very cocky, but now he is shaking. All right, is that it, Orius?
That's
Scaredy
all I got.
Mumu, you are up. He's a fox.
It's a scary fox.
I am going to cast. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. I just realized something. Oh, I can't do that. All right then. I'm going to cast. Let's see. I'll just healing word Suzo.
And how much healing is that gonna be?
That will be 7 points of healing.
Suzo, you are back up.
And so that's my bonus action. As an action, can I remove the heart from the construct?
Yeah.
All right. Do I have to roll anything or?
Make a like an athletics check. How about?
Athletics check.
Athletics.
19.
Okay, you grasp the heart, and with all the strength in your tiny little raccoon body, you rip it from the construct's chest, and the construct goes, ooh, and it is no longer moving.
And
Anything
then
else, Mumu?
You see Mumu, like a raccoon, go, holding the heart, and then starts to scurry towards the pedestal.
Okay.
Well,
All right, so why don't you retrieve that heart from the construct?
gimme.
Okay.
Sticky.
That is Mumu's turn. Next up, top of the round is Derby.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah. He's just down. Nobody dies.
Do that
She's
anymore.
sleeping.
Why not? We're just gonna end them. I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Rhymes Binding Ice into the elevator.
Okay.
And it's an evocation, so I can avoid all of.
Oh, yeah.
my containers.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and just, why not, upcast it, level 3. So they need to make a con save. And they're gonna take damage regardless, but we'll see how much.
All right. Nadia gets a 19,
Alright, she
and
saves.
Errol gets a 12.
He fails.
If they live that long.
They're taking 14 and 7
Yeah.
points
Okay.
of damage, and the one that failed is also unable to move until another takes.
Well, he is really unable to move because he goes
Frozen.
down.
There you go.
As you look at the companions, 3 of them down in a heap, Nadia crouching, breathing hard, looking rough. Nadia, you see her pull a small arcane device out of her pocket, and she goes, "It really does belong in a museum. You guys suck." And you see her push a sort of button, and the lift begins to rise.
Wait.
And the companions disappear. That's her reaction for when the rest of her team is done. The companions disappear up to the 3rd level. You suspect that the artifact she used is something that she stole, perhaps even from this very room. The elevator is up. You are out of initiative, and there is seemingly no way out of this room.
I put the heart of Dakko back, and I want a bag of sand.
Percy, like, mage hands the
But
bag
you're
of
doing it
sand
like-
up.
How are you doing this? Like, what order of effect? Like, are you mage handing the bag first?
I can help!
Oh, yeah, thank you. Also, Derby, I expected this from Percy because Percy's still learning, but I'm disappointed that both of you in not hitting your teammates and the temple with your spells. You both get a black star.
To get out of here. And I do not care about your stars, black or gold.
I didn't think black stars existed.
Anyways, please help.
Okay. As you mage hand the bag of sand, it leaves the pedestal and nothing happens because Haley was full of it. What do you do with the heart?
Guys, I think I was dead.
As you place the heart on the pedestal, it begins to glow brighter, brighter, even brighter than it was in the chest of the construct. And anyone who wishes can make an Arcana check to figure out what's happening here.
Roll twin-sided
Can I
dice.
guidance?
Because why not?
23.
We both rolled 2s, so 3 and 1.
18.
And with Percy's possibly lowest check of the evening, I rolled a 2 on the die.
Okay.
Percy is devastated.
Jerby and Mumu, you recognize that what's happening here is that the heart is charging, powering up, and you suspect that once it's done fully charging, it will power the construct once again.
I know what a construct is now.
Now you are in this room. There are no apparent exits. As you start to look around, everybody make a flat wisdom check.
Wisdom.
19.
Am I able to guidance this?
What's that?
You say 19?
14.
Suzo,
7.
Arias? 7?
9.
9.
11.
11. Okay. Percy, as you start to look around, you're not distracted by anxiety over being trapped in this room. This place is awesome. It's full of books. And so you're looking around and you find yourself drawn to one particular bookcase across from where the entrance is that you can correct.
This book is so big.
And you find yourself drawn to it. Would you like to inspect it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you sort of inspect it and you touch one of the books, the bookcase all of a sudden reacts and veins of ruby light kind of trace across in arcane patterns, and it moves slowly to the right, revealing a landing.
That
And the
looked like a
party-
cool book.
I stuck it down too well. And you all feel a presence beckoning you.
I think we should go through.
This landing.
Papa?
It feels good.
Come, Suzo.
It is not a malevolent presence.
Okay.
Is it Dakko?
We got you hot.
Okay. And as you descend, there is one more visual perspective for you.
Yes!
The final floor.
Part of Dakko.
The stone lift descends, carrying you deep into the belly of the Temple of Naba. A light gently pulses below, warm and red, beckoning you. As the lift lands, a squeal of steam pierces the air, accompanied by the thrum of some strange arcane current, like a heartbeat. The pulsing red light is coming from a circular window in the middle of the room's floor, and as you approach, you hear the click of a pressure plate being activated, and the floor begins to sink, carrying you further underground. The earth takes you in and swallows you, and when the platform finally slows to a stop, a set of massive doors illuminated with ancient eluran script open before you. And there is ancient eluran script carved above the lintel. If anyone would like to try to read the ancient eluran, you can make a history check. And anyone fluent in eluran can have advantage on this check.
Right.
Can I just guess the word?
A history check, you said? 22.
Anybody else?
7.
Just need to get to my character sheet. Okay, pull it. That is going to be 15 plus history. 18.
Plus history?
Anybody above a 14 can read this script or can decipher it, and it reads, "Here lies Dakko's true heart." As you step through the door, you see a massive red crystal suspended in an ovoid obsidian cage that floats in the center of the chamber. The cage hovers inches above a pedestal composed of a tangle of obsidian vines that grow wider at the base, snaking off into the dirt like roots. The reflection of the warm ruby makes the obsidian look almost alive. The caged crystal pulses with light, beating in time to the great rhythm. Obsidian eggs resembling the heart of Dakko litter the floor. Their centers are cracked and gray, save one, whose flawless facets give off a faint light. Broken eluran constructs reside in each corner of the room, trapped by tangles of vibrant plant life, and you can see that they are of similar build to the one that you encountered above. Would you like to approach the crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to approach with my head bowed somewhat reverently, and I'll kind of jostle Suzo to do the same.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You look like my favorite booty hole!
I'm going to
As
really
you approach,
nudge
Suzo ruining the magic of the moment. As you approach, the crystal glows,
Yes.
and if a crystal can be confused, it is, but it glows and emits telepathic feelings to you. All of you are sensing overwhelming gratitude and thanks.
Yeah.
The heart would like to share a vision. Will you allow it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The true heart pulses as your surroundings fade away. The heart of Dakko that you carried across the wilds materializes in your mind. It hovers over a lifeless jungle entombed in white crystal. The ruby core pulses with red energy, radiating warmth that melts away the frost, reviving the forest life. Understanding sets in for all of you as the land thaws. You recognize that the land was in a frozen prison of ice. Your mind is pulled further upwards. From this altitude, you can see other illuminated cells soaring across the southern continent, and you remember the map that you saw a few levels above. Each cell pulses with the same warm light, breathing vitality into the jungle. You feel the weight of responsibility as the true heart calls you back. The temple needs help. You recognize that you cannot be that help. As the room comes into focus, the true heart pulses a second time. Something shifts deep within the temple, and you know that it no longer poses any danger to you. Before the connection is severed, you feel the true heart's final thanks. May the promising guide lead you. You realize as the true heart concludes its messaging to you, anyone who is standing near one of these cells feels compelled to seek someone out to repair it. And if you'd like, you can make a flat intelligence check to figure out how to do so.
My guidance.
Suzo, you got
Natural
this.
20.
Nice.
14.
I used my little class feature to re-roll, and I got one higher, and with a flat intelligence, you said? Mm-hmm. So that's a 16.
It's 25 for...
Okay. All of you have some ideas, but Jerby, thinking back to having stood in Caspian's study, immediately understands that if anyone can help these cells, Caspian can. Because you need someone with vast knowledge of ancient eluran, gemology, metallurgy, elemental properties. You all do not have the skill to heal the cells, but Caspian almost certainly does. As you end your encounter with the true heart, you feel it beckoning you back to the platform. Do you return to the platform?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. The platform rises past all the levels, all the way up to the front, and you as a party make your way back through the jungle, dealing with any challenges you might face, but arriving safely back to Wayfair.
I can't believe we killed 3 dragons on the way.
Oh, so many dragons.
As you arrive back to
way more
Wayfair,
difficult than the
as you arrive back to Wayfair, Jerby, of course, you immediately want to go find Caspian. And as you relay to Caspian all that has happened, he is unable to contain himself. He's so excited, especially when he hears that the plunderers, the companions of the Blue Rose, were defeated. He tells you that they actually did arrive back to the outpost, not far before you, but the tree wardens had not been paid, and the companions had nothing to settle the debt, so they snuck out of camp.
No!
The tree wardens are pursuing them, and Caspian feels confident that they will be caught. And as for now, everyone in the camp knows them as not treasure hunters, but plunderers.
Bandits.
Caspian is so excited. He remembers that he promised you 100 gold pieces, and he presses them into your hands, 20 gold pieces each as a reward.
Hey.
Caspian tells you he's inspired. Before the temple fell into ruin, it was safeguarded by caretakers, as you saw in the mural. He now feels a sense of purpose, and he believes he does possess the knowledge to restore the caretaker tradition and restore the broken vessels to full power. He vows to do whatever he can to stop the vision of the ice prison from taking place.
Then you are my enemy.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have successfully saved the Tanglewilds, and this resumes our adventure. Concludes our adventure.
Hooray!
Thank you everybody so much for playing. Thank you for joining us. It has been so much fun running this two-shot. Everybody did so good. Remember, we run games every Thursday and Friday here on Alberon RPG. We've got Starfinder on Thursdays, D&D on Fridays. You will occasionally also be able to watch these one-shots that our folks in the communities in our community run. In the meantime, please do stay safe. It is crazy out there. We will see you next time.
Bye.